Alright, we are up and running. Hello guys, this is Dama.82 and today we're going to be doing a subscriber special for me passing 200 subscribers. So yeah, you guys been super cool and I appreciate you guys sticking in there with me. Today we got the Heizemeisters, we have Iron Mark III and the Onyx Rebellion, and they're going to be helping me build a ship here in this stream. Say hello guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Alright, so I'm thinking something maybe about 120 meters long. Do you think that would be big enough for what we have planned here?
Yeah, I mean, we can always extend it if needed.
Well, you know I'm good at packing big cannons into tight spaces, so just tell me how you want you along it.
Is that an
And yes,
innuendo?
That
I've
sounds
been
so
hanging out
wrong.
with Dama far too long.
Yeah, Dama knows a thing or two about packing things into tight places.
Off to a good start.
Here come the dick jokes.
Well, I am working on the high explosive cannons, so. You know.
Alright, so let's get the hull started here.
Dama's come up to me rather than-
So basically what I had in mind, I think I ran it by all you guys so far, that we kind of want like a skull for the bow and have it either have like laser eyes or shoot missiles out of them.
Yeah.
Onyx, I got the keel here started. If you want to start building on that, go right on ahead.
I have never played multiplayer in this game before, so it's all a bit interesting for me.
Prepare for explosions and glitches
Yeah.
and general confusion.
So, which is going to be the front and which is going to be the back? I always need to know this first.
Yeah, that's probably good to know. I'll put a metal beam on the end that's going to be the front, just so you can see where it's at.
Okay. Oh, I'm at the complete other end.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I unlocked the caps lock, so the holder post is.
Thank you, Ion. Appreciate that, sir.
Oh yeah. Hertz, I have actually something for you based on what you were talking about on Friday.
Oh, that one dude who plays just popped in the chat. He says, "Congratulations, this is hard. Both my favorite YouTubers just uploaded." I appreciate the compliment, sir.
We demand you choose us. Watch us.
He's probably talking
Yes.
about what's his name? Yeah.
Doesn't like me.
Dama, are you there?
Yeah. Did we just get disconnected?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone.
Son of a bitch. Okay, let me. We didn't really get too far on it, so.
No, we didn't get much.
Okay, well, go ahead, hop on it when you guys got an opportunity here. We can roll with this.
Little Mean, welcome to the stream on my.
Hey, what's up, Little Mean? Hey, Yosemite Dan, what's up, bud? He's been following my channel for a while now. Pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I think I remember him being on my streams once or twice. Mean says there's one pirate space thing that could fit your description. Space Pirate Captain Harlock's ship.
Well,
Oh,
where
yes.
do you think I got the idea
Oh, I
for
love
putting a
it.
skull on the front? I mean, come on.
Now we just need to program the AI to ram the opposing ships and go straight through them.
That would be kind of cool.
Actually, you could do that. You could add multiple behaviors and switch to the ramming behavior if you hit, say, 60% hit points.
Dama.
With a
you need to
melee
reboot
pack.
the server.
Hold on, one person at a time here. What were you saying, Ion?
You're not appearing in the server list,
Seriously?
so I think you need to remake the
Okay.
server. Yeah, I'm guessing you only backed out to the.
Alright,
Wait,
the game settings will be the same. Just hop on in when it comes up. Okay, here we go.
There it is.
Sorry about that, gentlemen.
And I just broadcast the password to everybody.
Whoops.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
I gotta up the player account here too. Okay. Apparently it doesn't like to save my settings.
I think it's because it crashed out.
Nick, fix your shit.
I cannot see you in the server browser. Oh well. No, wait, your game is full.
I just updated the...
No, it's
It's... Do a refresh, you should be able to get in. I just
Okay.
set it up for 4.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Can't seem to hear me. What?
What's up?
Darn you, alien swarm reactor drop. Hang on. Right.
Are we good to start?
Yep.
Yes, no, probably, maybe, hopefully.
Go ahead. I'm currently tabbed out doing the thing, so apparently I've not been.
All right, take two.
Some. Actually, this is really bad.
Oh,
All right,
Ah, I was inside,
Onyx,
everyone.
the front of it's going to be pointing towards the east. Just a heads up.
alright.
Why is. I noticed after I first booted alien swarm reactor drop. You guys can all hear me, right?
I can hear you just fine.
Yes, yes, we can.
Along with the other voices in my head. They say hello, by the way.
Hello, Frank. Hello, Bill. Hello, Jerry. How are you?
Sometimes they tell me to burn things.
Ah.
Anyway,
Some reason oh, I was about to say, for some reason it's not letting me build on it.
Fixed.
just getting a bit of lag there, or what's going on with that?
So my block placement is like half a block in between two of them, just for one block. So it's quite interesting to see.
I'm just trying to get a general shape done for the hull. If you feel like you need to remove some blocks, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna relog, see if that sorts it out.
Just a heads up, we got to
Hopefully it does.
restart the server whenever someone logs out.
Oh,
It's okay, you didn't know, man.
Yeah.
right, guess
Uh,
I'll have to wait for relog.
Right. Hiya, Ethan. Welcome to my stream. And yes, it was Steamlabs being stupid. Though actually, I think it was Alien Marine's reactive drop did something to my drive settings for audio. Because when I fired that up on Friday, I noticed suddenly that the option to get my desktop speakers running again rather than the headset had changed. And I had to select a different option there, and apparently that extended to Steamlabs because Steamlabs didn't know about my headset. But I've told it my headset exists, so I think you guys can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Loud and clear.
Unless... Oh, darn it, it's not going out on the... Ah,
Are you not getting sound in your stream?
hang on.
Because that would kind of suck, not gonna lie. Actually, I don't like that.
Oh, I am... Okay, Steamlabs was being stupid and I was being stupid too.
What did you do?
Well, I'm sorry, little mean. This is not welcome to independent reading time. I'm just waiting for my team catch up so I can verify this.
Do we need to restart for you, Onyx Rebellion, or...?
We do.
Yes.
Okay, let me just save this real quick and we'll restart the
I
server.
was indeed being stupid. Right. Okay.
Sorry about that,
apparently
guys.
I've been muted for the last 10 minutes between Steamlabs messing up and me messing up.
We're in no rush.
I forgot that I need to set it to. I forgot I need to set my mic input to broadcasts on channel 1 along with the desktop audio to get my voice into the stream. I thought I'd fixed it, but it turned out I hadn't because I was being silly. But yeah, there we go.
Onyx, are you able to find the game?
Let's see, refresh. Yep, I can
While
join.
we're waiting for Onyx to join, I just posted a couple images here in the text chat for MP on the
Oh,
Discord.
okay.
That might work as inspirations for your ship.
I was kind of thinking
Right,
something
right.
along the lines of maybe like an Imperial Navy capital ship from 40K, like a big broadsider. But that's what I had in mind. All right, looks like everyone's in, starting it back up, and I will just load load the vehicle where it left off.
I'm inside.
What's
everyone.
up?
No, just as soon as I drop in, I'm inside
Oh
everyone.
yeah, that
Yeah,
happens all the
in the
time.
same place. Apparently I'm being quiet as well, but I think that's just because Raz is actually being loud.
I'm being loud?
Well, you're louder than everyone else in the Discord chat, I think. That's...
Then just lower my volume.
Yeah, I'm going to in a second, as soon as I... you can uncaps lock the Jolly Roger now, by the way. I've grabbed it with the...
Alright.
Right, Discord. Raz, mute. Not really. We don't hear from you enough, Raz, so muting you would be a bit pointless. There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Since
the craft is like wiggling back and forth for some reason right now. That's odd.
Tractor
Yeah,
beams tend to
I've
do
noticed
this.
that.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen it do that before in multiplayer, but whatever. Just thought it was odd.
it's multiplayer. If there's gonna be glitches, then they're gonna happen now.
True that.
I mean, there's very few games that are less stable in multiplayer than FTD, and still work in multiplayer.
Well, one of the problems with FTD, well, probably one of the joys in FTD probably, is the more people there are, the more unstable it gets, and the faster it gets unstable.
Do you guys think that's going to be wide enough, or do we need to go wider?
How wide is that?
Let's see here.
5, 6, 7,
Width of
meters
15.
from external?
I think we might have to go wider.
I would
Yeah, I usually go about a fifth of the length in width. So if you were 100 meters length, then I would be about 20 meter wide.
I was imagining something maybe about 25 to 30 meters wide.
If you got stubby wings or something, then sure. I meant the main body.
Yeah. We're just gonna hack those off, and
I do not know why I am so quiet.
that's okay. People don't know why I'm so quiet.
You can always
And
add a
then I
filter
open
to
my
your,
mouth and they find out why.
Add a filter to my what?
to your OBS voice audio track, whatever, and add a gain filter. That way you can directly improve your volume there.
Ooh.
I never even knew that existed. Okay.
Raz showing off his techie skills.
Now you know how I feel.
I actually did that myself a while back when I balanced my
technical
streaming
than
stuff.
I am, so.
Onyx, the front of the ship is facing towards the west this time, so just heads up.
Yep, I'm already building.
Alright. Just try to make some kind of vague effort here to make sure we're all on the same page.
So I'll wait till later, till everyone's had a drink. Then the cohesion will just disappear.
You guys just have to tell me what kind of systems do you want to install on this ship, and I'll come up with a power plan.
Yeah, if you can find us an engine, I don't know what you're comfortable with using for your campaign there, if it's going to be like Steam or engines or RTGs for all I know, so yeah.
Wow, RPG.
I'm worth respawned
here
into
you go,
Siwa's guns.
Yeah, these are the Jackhammers I showed you on
I
Friday.
remember those. Those are pretty solid weapons, if I remember correctly.
Well, if anyone here wants them, you can save the touch directly or just save the entire rig. It's fine with me either way. I've not retuned the 40mm versions at all, so they are as I originally built them.
What kind of fire rate do those have?
Which one, Raz?
All of them. I have never seen them before, so no clue.
Over 1,000.
That's nice. Yeah, I think I would be interested in the entire rig. I need a couple good Stevers. I mean, I got one on the Aegis, but that hasn't been touched in ages.
They're actually built to be hull breakers, but yeah, they can function as Seawizards. The 40s have just over 1,000, then these two 35s, which were more recent tweakings. The one I was going to install on Heizemeisters ship has got 1,147 RPM, and one I tinkered with this morning before the stream, actually, has got 1,194.
Me and Heizemeisters kind of co-authored something that was pretty effective. I used it in a anti-aircraft tank. It's a 400mm belt blaster, but Heizemeisters said he was able to get it working pretty effectively in current version. And it's like a 9x9x3, so it's fairly small. Remember the
Oh yeah, that's
the
right.
whiplash.
I was using rail guns for it to work.
Yeah, we'll definitely be interested in those.
I just kind of came up with it by accident. I was like, okay, I'll roll with it, see where it goes.
Yeah, but
Okay,
I think I'll switch to being in the chat rather than in the voice.
Oh, you're fine, man.
No, yeah,
Yep.
just be wherever. I mean, that's one thing. We're fine with having more people. in the
Yeah,
chat.
I kind of left an open invitation for anyone who wants to join the voice chat. They're more than welcome to do so.
Yeah, the advantage of using text chat rather than voice chat is that I can actually watch Netflix while I'm watching you guys.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. I didn't loyalties much.
Yeah, I can't decide which one I want to watch more, so I'm watching both.
Also, I'm going to drop a server invitation for people in the chat in case they want to join us.
Text for MV voice chats. Oh, Raz has put up some pictures of ships and things.
Yeah, just some inspiration.
But here's something for you though, Raz. Since you were asking.
Thank you very much. I will definitely put those to good use.
Well, one of the first things Heizemeisters said after seeing them in stream on Friday was like, can we get 4 of those onto a single boat?
The biggest question I got is, what are your settings for despawn limits for shells at the same time?
I've not actually configured that at all, but I've not had any issue using these things either. The shells are a bit low velocity, I admit, but
I mean, if they're what, 1.5k RPM, and the default limit is what, I think it's 2,000 or 3,000 shells at the same time.
I don't know actually. Yeah, I've not looked into it that far. I just built something with a very high rate of fire.
Yeah,
I see nothing wrong with
you
that.
definitely need one range limit on those,
Okay,
because otherwise you easily use up the entire allotment.
yeah, that's fair. I actually forgot that was a thing. Quick question: are we doing a dreadnought style, or are we going for older as far as the broadside cannons are considered? What are you looking for?
Think like macro cannons.
Okay, so pre-dreadnought.
Please do not be alarmed. I just need to spawn in an airship which contains a fairly well-built fuel engine.
Yeah, sure.
Dive for cover!
Whatever you need.
Dive for cover!
Oh, yeah, please make sure you save your progress beforehand. I
Yeah.
don't know how FTD multiplayer will react.
Depends on the size of the ship. In general, the bigger the things you load in, the worse, but it can handle it to a point.
Also, just to let you guys in the chat know, that is the link to our Discord, the Guild of Calamitous Intent. If you want to come in and just sit in on us building in voice chat, you're more than welcome to do so.
Okay, my volume is good, I think, now.
So that should be a nice big hull that we got lots of room to work in. What do you guys think?
Have you loaded the thing in, Heizemeisters?
Incoming lag.
Oh,
I accidentally did dive for cover because I didn't mean to, but I actually walked off the starting
Uh-oh.
line, so.
By the way, here's the 140k version of a ship that size, in case you want to use it as a
Well, I kind of wanted to go with something like a Trumbull home hull for for this, but with
I
macro
can see it.
cannons. At least that's what I
I don't
envisioned.
see it. Is it in yet?
What's that, Ian?
Is it in yet? I don't see it.
Heizemeisters thing? Oh hell, I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Heizemeisters, you still there?
Taking time to transfer.
Yes, I'm still here. It's just underwater. It's submerged.
Okay, had me worried for a moment.
No, I'm not seeing any kind of friendly unit marker for it. Oh wait, no, over there.
Right now I'm just kind of beefing up the armor on the sides. I'm thinking maybe about 3 meters of metal.
Yeah, so there's an airship underwater over there.
I would recommend making at least a little bit of alloy in there so it doesn't go 80% on sinking if it splashes into the
That's
water.
actually not a bad
Yeah.
idea, Raz. I might come back and back all this with alloy then.
If roughly half to a third of the armor is alloy, then it should more or less float.
One question, Heizemeisters.
Yeah.
Why do you spawn it underwater?
I don't think it was intentional.
I did. Yes, I didn't intend to spawn it underwater. I just spawned it on the
technically,
surface.
right now, it's not actually an airship. Currently, it's a submarine.
No, it's
Detailed.
Oh, come on, you
It's a
Germans know
submarine
how
with
to
the
do
roof
subs,
granted.
right?
We kind of started the entire
I
thing,
know.
so we kind of have an idea how to do those.
Let me say, the
realising your
Germans are bringing the
heritage.
blimp to deploy the pom-poms. Pretty accurate, actually. Ethan will watch as long as he can. His internet is a bit dead today, though. Yeah, no worries. I hope it
And
holds up for
Norwegian
you.
Inquisition popped into chat and said he's back from watching Lathrix, so I hope it was an interesting video.
Yeah, I take that as my cue to drop out, spread you and Lathrix on 2 screens and watch both. See you in a bit.
Alright,
Such
See you in a bit,
luxury.
Raz.
Bye.
Is this planning
Yep.
any platform further?
Yes, I did because I want to place my engine there and
Okay,
make some minor
I'll do my
adjustments.
thing on a different side then.
Oh, I didn't know you were building there.
No, that's why that side was extended outwards.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
you're fine.
I didn't mean to intrude on your
How dare you!
area.
German spy! Okay, right.
Class.
Does anyone actually care what gauge I go for, by the way? In the broadsides?
If you're going with cram, I'd probably say maybe 1500 mil or higher.
Well, for raw destruction per shell, you want the 2000, but for actual efficiency and build size, 1500 is a lot better. So, I also need to work out the changes in the system, see what they are.
Couldn't you go for
So-
something that's like a bit in between both? So then you've got power, but also efficiency.
Maybe like
Well,
18?
I say the difference is because of the diminishing return on gauge
Mhm.
increases, so you need a lot more to get from 1500 to 2000 than you do just to get to 1500.
No, wait, I'm
so-
putting this in wrong.
I normally actually wind up with like 1700 or so on a lot of crams that I do. So it's just ballparking, like, do we want the absolute biggest shell possible? Because most of the time I don't think that's exactly worth it.
So, yeah, this is my box of power.
Your box of power.
Yes,
Very
it
box.
provides engine power.
Not bad.
Oops.
I have noticed that the old Behemoth engine from the useful engine platform actually have become quite inefficient with the recent updates, at least at higher RPMs.
Yeah, they changed a lot.
Steam engines.
No, fuel
Mhm.
engines.
Well, I noticed. Well, before I came on the stream, I hopped into my editor thing, creator, whatever, forgot what it's called. And apparently, my ship that was going 12 with a giant steam engine suddenly ramped up to being able to go 29.
Yeah, they're monkeying with the Steam as well, but they haven't fixed
Oh,
it
they're
yet.
monkeying with every
According to
goddamn
Beastman,
thing.
there's some kind of coding error at the heart of the Steam system that they're trying to
I
correct.
do vaguely remember
I don't know what it
Beastman saying something about that on the Discord.
Yeah, that's where I heard it from.
Hmm.
So there's something inherently wrong with them at the moment.
Yeah, I'm going to need to redesign that entire engine system for that ship because it's blowing up cranks left, right, and centre.
Oh, that sounds like a pressure problem, actually.
Yeah, I have calmed the boiler down, but yeah, I'm going to need to tweak it. But literally just jumped in before stream to see what the update was about, and then all of a sudden just heard an engine getting destroyed.
I just kind of keep hoping that they get to a point where they want to stop changing every goddamn thing every 2 to 3 months. At least that's what I'm hoping
Yeah, the
for.
amount of times I've had to change my build just because of an update getting a bit annoying.
I've just realised my prefab and mirror mode are working properly.
Holy
finally.
crap!
I am so happy. That has not worked properly for me once, and now suddenly it's working.
Sounds like at least one update's working.
Yeah, at least
Better than nothing.
At least one thing's gone right. Yay. Oh dear, I was not expecting that.
And AI aircraft are now working as well. They don't nosedive when they approach a target that's at a higher altitude than themselves.
They're just trying to avoid being shot in the face.
I think I've been able to get around that problem, but whatever.
To be honest, I've never experienced it, but I'm not exactly an avid aircraft user. So
I wasn't until
Yeah,
very
I built a
recently,
plane
so...
then. I'm better at submarines because it's easier to make something sink than fly.
That is true.
That's the right attitude.
As long as you know how to use a PID, you can build damn near anything, though.
every ship is a submarine in waiting.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, I've been toying around with the idea of building something, you know, the Singularity?
Who doesn't know the Singularity? For a while, that thing was the bane of my existence.
Yeah, I was toying around with the idea of essentially making like a surface ship or a submarine do something like that. But when I tried it, my submarine warped inside a mountain. So...
Doesn't sound quite the intended effect of going to be
It's working as intended.
Is it weird that I kind of want to see this?
No, not really.
I would show you, but I've scrapped it because it was just a stupid idea. Well, not stupid, it just didn't work.
Okay, so that's kind of the idea I got for the hull there.
So
Yeah.
is it true that you are no longer able to warp inside of enemies?
Yeah, Trekker Joe's been experimenting with nukes that'll warp inside a craft and explode. I think he was actually the first one to come up with it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he did, yeah, and they worked great, but I recently tried to follow in his footsteps and found it doesn't work anymore.
Aww.
It was a pretty cool trick.
But it does sound quite overpowered.
Yeah, it was because it was like increasing the blast yield because of location of explosion. So it was actually a bit overpowered. It was basically turning an entire suicide unit into an APHE.
I see nothing wrong with this, but whatever.
Well, if you build it right, you can do it anyway. It just shouldn't be that easy, I think, is the thing.
Yeah, it does sound a bit like it was far too easy to just decimate things by warping it inside them.
Yeah, all you need is like a couple of ACBs to trigger a warp drive, and then that's it.
He did go through a lot of work trying to get it to work correctly for himself, but yeah.
That is, yeah.
He's a pretty sharp
It
guy.
wasn't quite as simple as we're making out, but it was relatively simple compared to like making a drill system or something to dig into the hull. Or tandem explosives to try and blast your way through. Which kind of defied the point as well.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of a kind of tandem explosive type of nuke, but haven't really gotten to it just yet. I have some that kind of work like a javelin, where they go straight up into the air and then they'll kind of arc down on top of their target, but that's about as far as I've gotten with it. I hear some weapons testing. Oops, I put these in the wrong spot.
Okay, so my first attempt, a 1500mm, not even fully built thing, is does 18,000 explosive in a 19-meter radius, and 5,500 kinetic at 0.1 AP.
Damn.
And reloads in 31 seconds, so that's way too high. Then again, that's one of the things that's been changed in the system, isn't it?
Yeah.
Increase the reload speed. Also a bit of extra hardening.
So the changes to cram are already in game.
Yeah, the changes came in with the recent updates.
Okay.
A bunch of them did. That's when they changed it from having the ammo boxes to being the payload compactor module instead. And they changed the prices and things as well.
Okay.
They are
That's why my
almost as
ships are stupidly
expensive as
expensive
equally
now.
sized APS system.
Sorry, what?
Cram cannons are almost as expensive as equally sized APS guns.
Actually, I don't have to. I am actually very sad to announce I don't have to test fire these things anymore
Why is that?
because they actually properly update their stats now.
Oh, okay.
So I can just put it together and look at the stats. I don't have to test fire the thing to work it out.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah. You've taken out a reason to have explosions, darn it. That's bad. Little Mean apparently has been... I don't know what he's on about. Well, first he said, ram with the big Scully boy. And then he just said, kill the infidels whom don't consume squash'em.
Wait, what?
That was my reaction. I don't know what the heck he's on about. Okay, right. Reload time. Oh, that's actually gotten worse. Why has it gotten worse?
Well, usually
Okay.
15 seconds seems to be about the reload speed a lot of people go for.
It was 31 seconds. It's gone up to 41 seconds with extra packers in it. Okay, having more packers increases the shell load time?
Really?
What? Yes. I'm taking out packers and the reload time is dropping.
That sounds like it shouldn't be right.
Though so is shell power, proportionally. So I think the packers are dictating how long the shell loads for? Or something.
It might be because they're trying to pack more things in, but just
No, I
doesn't
mean,
sound
packers,
right to me.
if it was previously, it was like, it would be how quickly they're packing.
Oh. So they
Okay.
might have changed that at some
Sorry,
point.
no, actually, I'm not sure what effect the ammo had previously to increase firing speed, but having less of them is increasing the fire speed, but reducing the amount of stuff packed into the shells. So having more actual pellet packers themselves is great, but the actual payload compactors... Oh, payload compactors increases the payload capacity of the cannon shells. That's all they do. Ah, I get it.
Wait, who's been packing who's what and where now?
Ammo blocks have been replaced by payload compactors. Payload compactors increase the capacity of the shell, so naturally it takes longer to pack the shell.
Okay then.
While fire rate, I think, is determined by the pellet packers themselves, because with them, it determines how quickly it fills up the shell flat out. The effect of a compactor depends on how many packers it's attached to. Wait, what? How many packers it's attached to? What? More testing is needed. Reload time is at 9.8. Without that, it is still 9.8, so no effect, literally.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
attach directly, so it has to be attached to the... Oh, the loaders are now called the payload packers.
Those are, as long as they're not
Pellets
fudge
themselves.
packers. I mean.
So ammo boxes directly attached no longer have an effect on the cannon system. They have to be attached to the payload packers, which is what the autoloaders are now called. And that increases the shell's size, but also increases the reload time. Okay, I think I get it now. Right. Me, I'm understand smirty thing. Where is Rejoice of Brainless Crowd?
You got a wet stuck in your wear now?
Woohoo.
I demand adoration. I don't know. I'm just random words. Right.
So,
Yeah,
does anyone have any experience with these transitions?
With what?
If you went to Metal Blocks, there's these transitions that I've not seen before, and are
Oh,
really
that's new.
interesting.
It lets you transition from different slopes into each other.
Now I get told this.
No, that came in with the recent big update. I think a week ago.
Yeah, I haven't played it in about a week or two, so... Oh my
Yeah, so
god,
you-
that's just made my life so much easier.
Yeah, a lot of people were quite happy to see those coming in.
Ah, never mind, I've just screwed it all up. God damn it.
They are very handy indeed.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
That's-
never mind, I'm being an idiot.
No, you sound exactly like a professional FTD builder when you say something like that.
Dama,
Yes.
I have constructed an engine for you that is about
Cool. Sorry, go ahead.
more efficient than a behemoth engine.
No
I'd
shit.
say 10%. Yes. It's a little bit more sizable though, but manageable.
We've got build lag, by
Yeah.
the way.
Oh, please don't crash.
Yeah, I noticed that when I'm trying to remove a block. Oh, it's
Okay.
caught up.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Is everything alright?
Yeah, I just wanted to save the raft in case something happened. Okay.
Okay, so saving bad. Yeah.
Apparently.
Interesting.
What's that?
Well, diminishing returns is no longer a thing for the gauge increases on a cram cannon.
No shit.
Instead, the cram cannon actually starts at 1,000 millimeter.
The more you know.
And it can't go below 1,000 millimeter either.
Okay.
And then beyond that, every single gauge increase adds 50 millimeters to it, no matter what. So, yeah, diminishing return in that is no longer a thing, which I am quite happy about.
Okay, so giant cram cannons it is then.
Seems so, because now it's a linear scale based on gauge increases we bolt into it. Like, well, Dama and Heizemeisters recently built a 2,000 millimeter.
Hey,
ram,
Brick just popped
so
in.
they know roughly how many gauge increases it needed, but what I've just put on top of this cannon, that's all I need to get a 2,000 millimeter now.
Brick, we're doing a
Yeah.
200 subscriber stream here with some guys from the Discord. Onyx Rebellion's also joining us today. Another fellow YouTuber.
Hi.
Brick, he's been kind of a regular at the Discord for a while. Cool guy. A little weird, but we're all kind of weird. That's why we get along so well.
Yeah, just wait till later when we're all drunk.
Dama's done some weird things when he's drunk, but I think that's probably par for the course of fun, to be honest.
Interesting.
Oh, can we all agree that we need missiles on this airship?
Well, yeah.
Cluster
Like-
missiles?
Cluster missiles.
That reminds me, didn't they say they reduced the cost?
Yes.
Of those?
I would.
Finally.
Yes, the ammo cost has been reduced.
I mean, as someone who loves swarm missiles, this makes me happier.
Wait,
being
is
able to use clusters.
that's replacing the Packers with. Oh wow. Apparently you don't need to build the Tetris of cram cannon completely anymore. What?
Oh, well, that's good. I'm not very good at the Tetris.
No, actually, if you get the Tetris together, you still need to do the basic connections and things. But pellets and compactors, there's actually settings inside the cram where you can change the weight of the different systems for it, and it'll replace the stuff. based on the settings you choose.
So Brick's asking
you
if
don't need
this
to go
is
back
the
into
first
it
time
and make
some of us have been playing since the new update. For me, it sure is, but the rest of the guys probably not so much.
Except for me, who hasn't played in about 2 weeks.
I played a little bit, but not that much of them, I'm going to be entirely honest. Like, this is literally my first time trying to figure out the change cannon system. And I think I've got a good grip on it, but...
You're usually pretty good with tinkering there, Ian, so I'm not surprised you figured it out eventually.
Well, that's why people ask me to do tinkering passes on things
Exactly.
sometimes to see what craziness I do to them. Okay.
Now get back to work, slacker.
Yes, master. Well, this is Dama's special, so technically he's in charge, so, yeah.
Technically, we could mutiny.
Ooh, that's a thought. Wait, no, don't tell him that out loud, darn it. We're not meant to pretend to be obedient.
Until it's too late, I reckon, huh?
You didn't hear anything, Master, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
We'll bring you your cocoa and your slippers
Okay.
later. Okay, how does this sound? Fire rate 21.45, damage 21.6k explosive with a 20 meter blast radius, and 6,800 raw kinetic.
I think that's doable.
Yeah, so it's like slower firing than I would like, but these Nuke rams, they are not geared to accept high payloads at high firing speeds.
Well, it is going to be a broadsider, so I think we could afford for it to be just a little slow.
Okay, yeah. In bad news though, I did use a wellness pattern, and it still works absolutely fine.
Lovely.
Now, what kind of housing space are you going to give me for these broadside cannons? I think I need to ask Onyx, because Onyx is doing the whole work.
I'm currently working on the bow, so Dama's done all of the...
I'm doing some detail work, more or less, yeah.
Are you giving me 3x3 or 5x5?
You can use like a 5x5.
Well, actually, the pattern in question is a 3x3. So.
Okay, so yeah, that works.
You've actually got one section in there, Dama, which is only 4 meters, 4 blocks long.
Can you put it up? Oh, I just found it. Never mind. Son of a bitch. Okay, I'll fix it.
Remember, you can use prefabbing to help out with doing this faster. Actually, there's another one towards the prow as well.
I was trying to count them off like 5 at a time, but yeah, maybe I ought to just redo all this crap.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that are like only 4 meters.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you laugh.
No, you're fine. If it were me, I'd want to know. In this case, it was me, so yeah.
What's the accepted thickness? 3 meter armor plate?
Yeah, I went with like 2 layers of metal on the outside and like 1 layer of alloy on the inside.
Okay. I've got some updates of Little Mean over the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Actually.
What's he saying?
Remember, he last said kill the infidels whom don't consume squash them?
Let's squash him.
Oh god.
Yeah. From there, he continues though. My mind is an enigma, Patrick Starr. Now kill him.
Hello.
And then,
Is that a
I was
media
born to
here?
consume flesh and see chaos. The Squashums Nestle reigns supreme. Oh, Squashums, do you mean the sweets?
No, oh yeah, there is Matey in here. Hey Matey, what's going on, man?
Hey, matey.
Yeah, quite a bit. I just wanted to leave Ion the chance to speak before I spoke up. He was reading comments.
Oh, there's one more comment, and then I'll be done, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Right. The last comment is the Overlord game might be good for a joint game.
Overlord. I think I've seen and heard some of that.
I'm
Is that kind of like a dungeon keeper kind of style game?
Not
Am I
really.
thinking of something else?
Unless he means War for the Overworld.
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, sorry. That was the comment, so matey, please feel free to go ahead.
Well, join the game. Also, I'd still pitch Stellaris, but I don't think you will. Am I correct in that?
Stellaris has failed to hold my attention for quite some time.
Well, Stefan Anon, one of the acknowledged YouTubers, has a balance patch online, which could be quite interesting, especially if we reduce the times it takes to get certain tags. So, basically, a very short game. Well, I'm up for near enough anything for now.
I never had a problem with there being long games, but then again, I have a lot of time to burn, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the big issues is always like the more people you have in the game, the harder it is to organize it.
That is so true.
Oh, God.
I have a question.
Okay, go for it.
Yep.
Do we plan to add any energy-based weaponry, so particle accelerator cannons or railguns?
Maybe for anti-air defense. I mean, I'd be cool with that, yeah. I'm not quite sure where the hell we would put it, but good pitch.
What version are you building in? I wonder.
We're building in current version because this is something I offered to build for Heizemeisters' upcoming Quest for Neater campaign.
Anyone else's game frozen?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Well, I'll be joining you. I'll be joining you soon. I just need to, I just need to design a couple more species for my next Stellaris run.
Okay.
Oh dear,
I
think I might have crashed.
Are you alright, Ion?
I think my FTE's crashed.
Okay, let us know when you're back up and running and we'll restart the server for you.
Oh, please tell me beforehand. I need to save this platform we have just built.
That's why I was butting in and asking if anyone else had had a game freeze.
I've saved the platform. Just anyone, please make sure to save the airship.
I'll need a minute or so to load back up, so you might as well continue. I'll let you know when I'm ready to
Okay,
get back in.
no rush, man.
Well, I have just designed something interesting. The so-called PayperClick Maximizer.
What the hell is that?
What?
Well, it's basically a rogue AI whose only real goal is making paperclip clips. But it went into philosophy, so now, and sorry for that, I'll probably have to go and do something.
Oh, no worries, man. Did you know the guy that invented the paperclip just did so he could pay off his gambling debts?
Actually,
Yeah. He kind of like made it there on the
I think
spot
I
and
know
sold
the
it to a patent
I know the
office.
game
And,
means.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. How are these ribs on the side of the ship looking? What do you think?
Are they going to be made out of wood?
Yeah. I could convert it to something else if you want. I just figure since they're decoration, they get blown off easily anyway.
Oh yeah, since they actually add to the health pool. That is my main concern.
Okay.
I'm
So,
back
But
in the
you
main menu.
could leave them if you want to.
May I continue with my stupid paperclip maximizer story then? Dama,
Sure.
I think you'll like it.
I'm curious now.
Well, you see, the paperclip maximizer, after making enough paperclips to save the need and suddenly seeing the profits drop, decided that, hold up, I need to get into philosophy because this isn't paying as well and I'm slowly starting to lose profit. And as such, I can't make as many paperclips. So the Paperclip Maximizer gets into fucking philosophy and suddenly says, if I make the things at least in spirit of paperclip, so looking like them or maybe functioning like them, but having also a different purpose, is that a paperclip? I think so. And thus it went on to make paperclip spaceships, paperclip organic sanctuaries, and suddenly it's a rogue servitor.
So, sorry to interrupt you, May, but it seems like Ion's ready to join back into the game here.
Yeah, I did that right before Matey has to continue
Okay.
the story.
Well,
I think you missed it.
how about this? Give me like a 5-minute break to use the bathroom, and I'll restart the server. Sound good?
I'll be joining in as well, so definitely. I just need to finish the flag for this.
All right, I'm returning to lobby. Heizemeisters, you got your thing saved, right?
Yes, I have
All
saved
right,
it.
awesome. So yeah, give me like 5
I have
minutes, and I'll be
saved
right back.
Everything.
I'll also use this time to take a quick break as well.
Seems like I need a lobby remake as well. Oh wait, no, there it is. Okay, while we're waiting, I think you mean the game called Obey, don't you?
Which one?
Yes, we are working for the entertainment of the masses. Yes, yes. I know there's a bunch of comments on this. You know, Mean mentioned like an Overlord game that might be a good one.
I don't know it, sadly.
We've lost Heizemeisters, we've lost Ilkari. Everyone's actually gone already, so, right.
Sorry about that, guys. I would have used the bottle, but still had some beer left in it.
Couldn't see beer for the past 2 days after a bloody party. At least I have my finals finished.
Oh, congrats on that. All right.
Yeah, I think Heizemeisters and Ilkari wandered off as well.
Okay,
Dama.
no rush.
And
No, I'm
Matey's-
just muting
Oh,
myself,
okay.
so you don't hear me drinking.
Hello?
Yeah, Mean doesn't remember the name, but I think I know which game he's talking about now because he said wasn't sure of the name, but it's a hamster game where you fight to be the overlord. And yeah, that sounds a lot like the game Obey.
Oh, okay.
Where
Dama?
basically your little hamster creatures running around.
Dama,
But
I need
one
a
of you has
fifth
this
spot.
massive weaponized gun turret that looks a bit like an ape sitting on a Gatling cannon. And the point is that all the other players have to collect resources that the overlord brings in, and the overlord earns money that way.
Okay then.
But they're also trying to like get out from underneath the overlord and overthrow him, so they become the overlord and earn more money as well. But the thing is, the overlord has to pay money to all the little guys, or they won't actually work carrying the stuff he orders to actually get him the money he needs in the first place.
I'm gonna bump it up to
So-
5 here to let Matey in, if that's cool with everyone. It might get a little unstable after that. That's why I'm asking.
Well, but it's such as the risk of multiplayer.
True that. Okay. All right, Matey. Let me know if
1 through 5?
what's that?
Password 1 through 5.
1 through
yes.
4.
Okay. I think that was a bit too hard for you to type in the 5 numbers, wasn't it?
I just didn't give a shit.
Definitely a safe password, though. You know,
Oh,
says
everyone's
1 through
falling out of the
5,
sky. All right,
And now time for a well-placed grenade
here's the Jolly
launcher.
Roger once again. God damn, it's already almost 100k materials.
Oh yeah, it's just getting pretty big.
And if you wouldn't mind picking that dude up and putting it on a,
Already on it.
thank you, sir.
I let it float, so So after you take it down, you just leave it to fall back to the ground, and it should be complete. Anyways, a quick question: what are we exactly working
We
on?
are going
And-
with a pirate-themed airship, inspired by the song "Under Jolly Roger" by Running Wild.
Someone had caps locked it.
Yeah, that was me because I didn't know if you wanted to get it onto the holding post.
It's wiggling again.
Yeah, I've noticed that with the update as well. It's like forces can apply more to docked vehicles.
Yeah, which means you actually can get some quite serious recoil from docked up vehicles.
Not surprised.
Well, there goes the best exploit for doing Ashes of the Empire, I guess.
Me and Heizemeisters had a few
Actually,
builds
no.
that just didn't do too well.
This fixes tractor beams in Ashes of the Empire.
Yeah, that as well, though. Well,
They
if
no
you-
longer detach when you have a vehicle that is moving faster than 35 meters per second.
That's good, actually. It used to be 30.
Well, so I guess most of the guns will be crams on the broadside. Then.
Yes, there has been talk of lasers, quite possibly a particle cannon. If you want to give either one of those a go.
How do you want to achieve lift?
Well, that's why
That's
I asked you if you wanted to head up the propulsion, because you're going to be the one that
Yeah.
has to feed this thing in the campaign. So,
Okay, then I will use custom jet engines.
if that's what you're comfortable with, I'm completely fine with it.
Well, then
It's a compromise between power and fuel
There you
efficiency.
go.
I'll
Not
be.
the perfect one, but it's
Okay.
alright.
Well then, may I start working on the bow so we get something concrete done?
Yeah, Onyx
doing
is
the,
on top of that. We're
oh.
wanting to put like a big skull on the front that has like either
Well,
missiles or lasers shooting at the eyes.
Well, I'd probably just put. Okay, let's put a skull there, and then have a couple of hectares hanging over the back into the custom jet exhaust plumes.
That could actually be kind of
think that-
cool, I think.
Yeah.
Are the cannons going on the flat bit, Dama? In the middle of the side?
What's that?
Are the cannons going to be on the flat bit of the sides, like out here?
If that's enough room for you to work in, sure, why not?
I'm just trying to work out how to shape the cannon.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm just more concerned if we're gonna have space to fit all this stuff.
well, that's the thing. It's like, do I want it to be long? Do I want to turn it on its side so it's it goes vertically? It's
Mhm.
like trying to work out how to build this thing.
I
I'm not sure what else is going
wonder.
in here.
Well, don't do that too hard, give you a headache.
Well, I was almost thinking of putting in a couple of direct-fed APS at the top, just to simulate smaller caliber guns, muskets. Probably just doing single-meter turrets and then 3 APS pieces, just so you get some burst damage from them.
Direct fed APS has been nerfed to the ground like really
I don't
hard.
even know why they did that. I mean, they already had an extremely slow fire rate, but what the hell do I know? I've just been playing this since 2015.
Well, because you get spam so much of it at the same time, and with the ammo changes, most of the, well, detriments weren't there anymore.
Hey Onyx, would you like me to spawn in that aircraft that I showed you a picture of earlier so you could kind of get an idea what the skull might look like?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like trying to make it look like there's ribs going up the side and there's like 2 arms and a middle finger, or a hand with the middle finger at the end.
Yeah, I've noticed that. That's pretty
Thank
cool.
you. Alright, let's see here. Load vehicle. I can remember where I save this sumbitch. What'd I call it? Oh yeah, Reign of Terror.
Well, may I cut a bit into the stern of the ship?
If you want to start on the stern
Oh,
of the
wait,
ship,
that-
yeah,
that's
go for it,
bow.
man. I don't think anyone's claimed that
That's
part of it
bow.
yet.
I've just
Yeah.
realised I haven't been building in mirror mode.
Don't you hate it when that shit happens?
Again, another professional move from FG
Oh, yeah.
players.
Oh, there's a quick
It
way to
happens
fix
all the
this.
time on my YouTube videos. I'm
Yeah,
used to it.
I was watching the your hull building, or that the video you're making of the cruiser. It looked like you had a pretty nice looking hull there.
I mean, I always try and go for like the same kind of bow on all of my builds, kind of like, oh, what is it? Kind of like a cross between Bismarck and Iowa, and that's just where I'm at. So it's kind of like a really sleek front that kind of slips back, but obviously I took like 2 weeks away from the game because with that build I just didn't have any idea of what more to do with it.
The heck?
Why is it laughing at me?
Dama,
It's supposed to
what
do
did you
that.
do to that
It's
thing?
supposed to do that. Relax.
Upon spawning only, I hope.
I built this thing around
just repeat
Halloween,
every
so
30
I wanted
seconds.
it to sound creepy. I think I accomplished that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I had as an idea for the skull on the front.
Yeah.
You think you could work with that?
Listen,
Yeah. How do you want it mounted? Because I could have it mounted in chains, or I could try that neck idea that I told you about earlier.
If you want to try the neck idea, yeah, see if you could work up a kind of a working model of it. We'll go from there.
Right, I shall go do that then. I'll just. Okay, so the bow is it's coming along. Interesting, I'll say that.
I'm currently just making the outline of the stern just to get the deck galleries as on, you know,
Okay.
Sir Francis Drake era galleons.
Heizemeisters, you want to start placing engines? I imagine we still got lots of room here in the bottom. I Mark III could probably put the guns on top of those. If that's okay.
Yeah. You mean the lift engines?
Lift engines or your fuel engines that you plan on using either way.
Okay.
As for the bow discussion, though, well, I find that having a prefab bow is detrimental to making interesting designs at the very least.
Oh, we're going to be slapping a
And-
skull on the front of it anyway, so. And it's an airship.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Chocolate Fudge Cake, for following. I haven't heard that before. I've completely forgot that I set that as when someone follows. That just made me jump.
Oh, and I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine, Normal. What's going on, man?
Oh, I just wanted to show Tika what have I done to his ship, something process did,
Oh, okay.
but I haven't looked at here before, so...
Yeah, we're doing the 200 subscriber special here.
Oh, there's a
Right
bit
now?
of lag.
What's that about your ex,
Sorry.
Yosemite Dan? He's in the comments here. Something I often tell people when it comes to exes is that they're called exes for a reason.
That is very wise coming.
Oh, I had one that had this thing about cutting herself. And she had bipolar too. Oh, that girl was crazy as shit.
I mean, pro tip: if you see a girl cutting herself, then
Run.
bail, run,
Of course, I was young, horny, and
and
stupid
hope
at
she
the
doesn't
time.
make it. And of course, hope that she doesn't falsely accuse you. Then that's a good one, isn't it?
Yosemite Dan, it was like the shit face. I guess that's who his ex is. Okay. Maybe you could stick like or whoever wants to do this in between like the wedges that I placed here on the top. Maybe you could put some kind of swivel mount turrets or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take a look at what APS I can bring there, but as you can see, despite me being absolutely stupid and not measuring the ship, The stern is coming along nice. Oh,
Control Z, man, Control Z.
We are professionals.
Doesn't work in
Oh,
multiplayer.
well, shit balls. Did not know this.
Yeah, trust
Well-
me, I've been trying to do it so many times.
well, at least now I know how to start and I have the rough idea, but this happens, but rest in peace my mouse then, because the double click seems to happen far too often now.
Easier to
so
call
it's
you
one.
Yodan. Okay,
Tank ram
that's
on
cool,
the-
man.
In general, I've been playing it for about 2 years, give or take. Oh, wait, 4 years, but had a long break from it. Oh,
Yep,
From
that's
what?
kind of how it goes in
From-
FTZ.
from the depths.
Seems like you haven't lost a beat, to be honest.
Hell, I got the game when Latrix had his second series, then I just took a look and nah, this is far too complex, bailed out, and 3 years later I thought, what the hell is this thing on my Steam listing? And that's how I got connected again.
I started when Robaz was doing his series.
Oh yeah, that got me into it too.
Oh yeah,
and
Robaz is
then
hilarious.
Played it, got very, very confused with it, and well, when I first started, it was probably the most difficult game that I've ever had to get into. I just found it quite kind of complex. As soon as you... Why am I making the skull do the cute tilt? I'm trying to make a neck so that it'll look at the target.
Okay.
Really creepy like. Oh,
You want to do it out for that one.
this should be fun because I'm going to be using so many turret blocks so that the actual neck kind of moves like a neck. So this could either go very, very good or very, very bad.
Either way, fun will be
Yeah,
had
it's
by
cool.
all.
Well, just remember to set up the proper restrictions, because otherwise you'll have some fun experiences later on.
Yeah, with the skull just staring through the ship.
And burning the ship itself, yes.
Yeah.
Guess what happened in one of my tournament craft, which I made for Dark... Oh, yeah, by the way, Dark House... You may have seen, but Dark House returning.
Yes, I was in voice
the
chat
back
with you
ones.
that one day. I believe it was Friday?
Of course. Oh, that shouldn't have been Friday. Friday I got shit-faced at like 4
Oh,
PM.
okay. Speaking of which, I gotta start my second beer.
Priorities, Dama.
Oh no, it's starting.
Oh no, he's already.
Oh, I've already had my first
beer,
one.
remember?
No, but it starts at the second properly, doesn't it?
Usually it's about after I'm done with the second I start to feel it.
You know what?
If you guys think I'm a potty mouth when I'm sober, holy shit. You haven't seen nothing yet.
Well, thanks, Chocolate Push Cake. That's actually a brilliant idea. Make the neck using pistons like the Mech Marauder.
So,
Right, hang on, I've been missing my chats.
so what do you think of the stern? I'm thinking of putting two smaller cannons in one of the lower deck
Oh,
galleries.
yeah, I kind of like what you got going on here, matey. That's cool, man.
We'll just add a second layer on top, though. That one will be slightly modified, of course.
Telescopic piston.
I have placed the first part of the lift engines.
Okay.
Please do tell me if that's an alright placement. And we'll have to monitor the center of mass closely.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, they may, well, the whole ship may be tipping over.
Do we want to use any Deady Blades in this thing at all?
I don't know. I would normally use Steady Blades only for attitude control.
Okay, fair enough. Ooh, excuse me.
May I proceed, please?
Also, I probably should let you guys know that beer just goes right through me, so I might have to get it to peel it. So, yeah, just a heads up on that.
Right. Yeah, Jaxia dropped in to the stream.
What's going on,
Hi,
Jaxie? I hadn't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, Jaxia said long time don't stream as well. Yeah, I mean, this is my first stream in almost 2 months.
I'm just
so-
trying to think of what I could do here
Yeah.
next.
That's what we were building. We're building a ship for Heizemeisters' Let's Play campaign that he's going to be doing. So this is supposedly
Sorry
a
if
ship
you-
for that.
By the way, sorry if you hear anything in the background from me, since I
No,
can't
we
feel
weren't
influence.
doing
You're
it.
fine, matey.
It's alright.
Good. Well-
Right, I'm gonna build
Continuing
it.
on. No, little mean we are not playing Yandere Simulator
Oh, why
What
not?
the hell is that?
because it's not multiplayer. Because it's not multiplayer.
Oh,
It's a fun game.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Do you know what a Yandere is, Dama?
If he doesn't, don't tell him. He deserves.
He deserves to
left-
find out for himself.
Well, he deserves to be left pure and innocent for now.
When have
This
you
is
guys
standard,
ever known me
right,
to
you
be
realize
pure or innocent, though? Seriously. I mean, I made a
Exactly,
nuke
that's why I'm
drone
saying it.
that looks like a penis. I mean, come on.
Oh, the Bukake
Yes.
bomb.
My pride and joy.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Right, moving on before this gets further out of control.
Before we get banned from YouTube.
Right.
I'm on Twitch, they shouldn't care as much.
Right. Little Means asks, why not have small ball laser turrets as laser eyes for the skull?
I think that's kind of what
Ooh.
Onyx was going for, weren't you not?
I was thinking of something like that, but I was also kind of thinking of if you have the lasers kind of set back in the skull, so instead of the eyes moving, it just be the entire skull just turns and looks directly at it. Which is
You want a little bit of turning in the eyes to angle the lasers
Yeah.
correctly anyway, so...
yeah, could combine the two. That's actually a very good idea.
Might be onto something.
Yeah, that mean? You gave us a good idea, thank you.
Okay, so I need to plan the power plant to include a laser system.
Oh, it
Probably
could just be
a
simple
lamps as
lasers.
well.
It'll just be a simple laser system. We don't know what kind of
Yeah,
system.
this is still very much in the early development here.
And the last comment
just,
I got...
just update me if they have already implemented it or haven't, since, of course, Misa not been playing since my finals prep has started. So, custom jet engines still only require a single block for the efficiency bonus you get, right? For
I think-
the exhausts.
I think they changed that up, actually.
Well, just take a look at what what I have going at the back, because I think that could be cool. Just mounting the CJs in there.
Okay,
then
I only
having
need one
those offset.
piston.
Okay, what do you got?
Oh,
I've never messed with sales before, guys, so I'm just kind of doing an educated guess on how to do this.
I like these new transition blocks.
A lot of people have been
yeah, me too. They're
saying
quite
good things about them, so...
Yeah, the last comment, by the way, is something for you and me.
Okay, what's up?
Jax is asking what happened with Pimp Your Boats.
Um,
I think the answer is just real life to that.
pretty much. Maybe we gotta try getting back into it sometime here in the future.
Oh, yeah, if we start getting back into streaming.
It's just with the
Streaming a
stuff
bit.
that came up with COVID, and then a bunch of real life stuff just cropped up and reared its ugly head, so yeah.
Yeah, we haven't abandoned Pimp My Boats, it's just like neither of us have really been in a position to do it more than anything else.
Well, hopefully all this will be over soon.
I know, I'm so sick of my life being dictated by a Chinese superbug, it's ridiculous.
No, that's alright. I haven't heard how ridiculous it is for me. Because, I mean, obviously, so sometime very, very soon, I'm going to be a new parent.
Congratulations, by the way.
Apparently- Thank you. In the UK, they're opening pubs and stuff soon, but I can basically be there for the birth, and then as soon as it's happened and my partner goes onto a ward, I have to leave.
Sorry to hear that, man.
And I can't even be inside until she goes into it, so hopefully it's over. But hey, at least we can all go to the pub.
Alright,
That's some
those
pretty
like to go to the pub,
messed
but,
up priorities there, not gonna lie.
Welcome to the UK.
Oh no, I think it's happening everywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, it is, to be honest.
Yep, same here. Just with football games.
No one's really managed to work things out at all. If we're
Ah.
being entirely honest.
Luckily enough, by destroying the economy where I live, well, the numbers are down and the economy isn't actually destroyed because we can get back to things. Though, I love that. It was hilarious when they announced, like, oh, final's gonna be without actual masks, without anything like that. Despite the fact that at the time it was absolutely unclear what was gonna happen. Like,
Oh, when did they have weather vanes?
Yeah, that's been in there for a little while.
Those have been in for a while.
How long have I not played this game?
Quite a while,
To be fair,
apparently.
they did reshuffle the categories a little while back.
I thought I was only gone for like 2 weeks. I might be gone for a bit longer.
No, they did reshuffle the categories a while back, so that's probably part of it.
Yeah, I can see that with all the... I'm just looking at everything to see what's changed, and they've kind of shuffled everything.
so how do you like my exhaust for the CJs at the back? I'm starting.
Give me a moment here. I'm trying to set up something. I'll come take a look. God dang it, I keep clicking on the same thing. Ah, wireless receivers under something different now. Okay. Well, I guess the UI isn't completely boned because I could still find crap, so.
Yeah, but it's mostly clicking around.
I think you might be under something there, matey. Nice work. Do the sails seem like a little too big, or what are you guys thinking?
I
Wait.
think you have them a little bit too wide and far too short, honestly.
Are we installing sails?
Mostly just for aesthetics.
Okay, we might have to.
I mean, we could do it at.
Turn on the propulsion input on those, or they will actually steal.
Well,
Oh,
I was gonna say there's a couple of ways to get around it if we don't want to use these.
I mean, I'm fine with either way, actually.
I have a stupid idea. What about just cutting into the ship at the back and putting a sail there as a makeshift rudder?
Well, one of the ideas
Something else this game is good.
I've had it was well, Iron Mark 3. Do you remember when we were putting packs into that first-rate ship that we found on the workshop?
Yes.
Remember how they did the sails on that? I think that could be applicable here.
I don't quite remember from Gunther.
They used what was it? Hologram projectors.
Oh yeah.
So that could be something that we could try on this build.
Yeah, I don't remember how they're set up because I never looked at it. So.
Yeah, using hologram projectors for that would be quite useful, since then you don't get any of the drag, but you get the aesthetic benefits.
Another idea that I was kicking around is just like using a strength 1 shield and have it like completely whited out or whatever color we wanted it to be.
Could work though. Well, power.
Oh wait, is this going to be like a ship from the movie Treasure Planet? Like
That's
those flying,
vaguely what I had in mind.
pirate ships.
Yeah.
Ah, that would be awesome. Just
I mean, pirates are pretty metal,
Can
last I
I
checked.
quickly...
hmm.
Oh, wait, there's no AI. I'm going to have to manually control this. Joy.
You'll be fine.
Rejoice,
Right, I'm just going to... Oh,
rejoice! I've made a metal box with doors in it.
I'm actually going to need to get onto the craft and try and control this myself, because it's currently set up on turrets so that it would actually, when obviously an enemy's there... Oh, and the concept works. Okay, no it doesn't. It's broken.
What have you done?
What'd you break?
My skull that I'm making, it's currently just waving.
Oh.
It's a friendly skull. I don't see the problem.
So it's meant to actually be aiming at something, but it's waving instead. Okay.
I'm not going to hassle too much over the
but-
placement of these sails here. I figure we can just copy and paste them to wherever we want.
That's probably why. Whoops.
In the meantime, I'm failing spectacularly at adding more exhaust for the custom jet
Way to go,
engines.
matey.
Fun.
And how's your guns going?
Have you looked at the side of the ship lately?
Oh yeah, that'll do. Hell yeah. That gives us plenty of room in the bottom to put engines and whatnot down there.
Yeah, if you look, I've actually constructed a bulkhead around it as well on the inside. So now the idea is to just copy paste this to wherever we need
Lovely.
it within the whole structure itself.
Okay. I like it. Very good, Ion.
So yeah, it's got a little compartment for this massive cannon mechanism inside it, and I'm just finishing up reinforcing it now.
Okay, yeah, if you want to just start copying and pasting them down, I'd be completely fine with that.
Oh, I completely fell off. Great.
You did remember the local web controller, right?
Yes, there's one in
Okay,
position to
I see it. I just asked because I know I make that mistake every now and then.
Yeah, literally as you were asking how the cannon was coming along, I was installing the range limiter.
Good.
It's currently set to 2 kilometer maximum. Does that sound alright?
That's a big gun.
That's like 12 seconds flight time roughly for the shell. Actually, I should install a fusing box.
Yeah,
on this thing,
this
hang on.
skull is not working as I intended.
Where have you been
that's
building it?
why I'm an idiot. Currently, I'm just doing a quick test on the bottom of the bow, just to see if it would actually work on a small scale.
Okay.
Because instead of doing it as a massive scale and it not working, I thought it might be better.
That's kind of why I wanted to leave the option open to use like maybe missiles or torpedoes coming out of the eyes in case we couldn't make it like turn on a turret.
It is working generally. It's because I am just a complete idiot.
Oh, we were all idiots at something at one point or another.
Okay, so, well, if this was a RAM, it would be currently going absolutely insane and tearing everything to pieces, so thank God I didn't put RAMs on it.
Who put the metal beams on top? You're actually reducing the flow to the jet compressors. I'll take care of it.
No, I did this. You only
Oh.
need one block of empty
Yeah,
space.
you only need the central block exposed.
Yeah, I know that though. Thing is that they'll be introducing something similar later, something with exposure later, so I want to future-proof it a little bit at the very least.
Oh, Normal's in chat, and so is Norwegian Inquisition. Hey guys.
I only seem to have 200 milliseconds of ping to NA, which is good. At least for
Not too
once.
bad considering most of you guys are on the other side of the world.
Say
Come
that like it's
over
our
here.
fault or something, Dama.
Come to the old continent. We have better cookies. And bread. Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have better bread.
At some point I'd like to visit Europe. I mean, I
And
was
actually,
born
just make
there.
sure- Hell, just make sure you get enough time to not only go to one country, since most of these are really transport, especially if you go and visit some of the, well, less than economic powerhouses. Normal could probably tell you. At that point, you can live like a king in there.
Yeah, my
for
wife was telling me
extended
you could
period of
buy
time.
a castle in Romania with a change in your pocket or something to that effect.
a little bit of an overstatement, but
Not far from the
technically
truth, it sounds
speaking,
like.
well, you just have to have the right connections, I think.
Quite possibly. I mean, the same could be said with buying a tank from Romania, I imagine, but...
Hell, you could probably fucking steal a tank from a military base and bribe enough people and you can keep it.
I don't know if I got that kind of money.
Okay, that gives me an idea. Thanks for the idea.
Where did I get the sense line?
You are
I
just
mean,
one
you
block
can-
off of the center line, but I think you'll be okay.
No, not if I want to mount this thing behind it. I need to move the set line in with my-
Well,
If I gave you a bad idea though, I think I have an even worse idea. I think T-72s are sold below something like $72,000.
yeah, I've heard this too.
In
I
Russia?
think like a T-55, you can get that for about 50 grand.
Yeah, and you get the shut up, I'm in a tank vibes. So, you know, boss, could you stop blocking the parking lot, please? Shut up, I'm in a tank.
I'll drive
tell
over
me.
your car.
Yeah, at some point I just want to
No,
get a
you can't
tank
tell
and
them-
like park it across 3 handicap spots and watch them try to tow it away.
Oh,
I mean, in England, you can get a running chieftain, so one from like the 1980s or something.
I'd be down for that.
For like, I think it's like £200,000. But then the older stuff, like T-62s, is like 30-odd thousand.
I would honestly challenge your chieftain. Please no, that has so many mechanical failures.
Well, it's funny you say that because there was a chieftain tank that I was looking at in Oklahoma City, except they wanted like $250,000 for it, and I figured, well, maybe if I ever win the lottery, I'd give it a go.
Well, the funny thing is, in England, there's actually a website where you can go and buy old military stuff.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I've actually looked around at a few of those.
I mean, it's not as great as Texas, where you literally have the website drivetanks.com.
Shift delete erase
Yeah.
block group. Is that what?
I don't know. Is that what you want, Ion?
What's the control they put into delete blocks underneath the prefab you're trying to place?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to tinker with any of that shit yet.
Yeah.
I hate how the ducts are under structural. Are not under
We
structural.
may have a problem with the broadside guns.
What's up?
Their housing extends over half
No,
the length of the
I was
ship.
looking at the housing,
No,
and
I've just
he can
fixed
make
that.
a.
It is now
You
half.
definitely got some room in there to work with. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll just fix that.
Is
so
it-
It's all right.
Is it an optical illusion?
we're all good, bud. Don't worry about it. Mark III just brought
I
that up a
see.
moment ago, actually.
Yeah, it did the first time, but then I corrected it. So now that back wall is literally the middle of the ship. I'm just trying to delete through the outer hull because I hate the outer hull. It must get out of my way, but it's not.
Oh, make sure to save the ship every now and then.
Yeah, that'd be wise.
Yeah, somebody
Excuse
should
me,
do
I'm
that
gonna tell
right
you out all
about
about
now.
Just did. Normal says that then at the end of the world, most easiest place you can reach is America. I guess he meant to put end instead of and.
East
Yeah.
lies, but the normal's probably using autocorrect. We'll have to lynch him for that, by the way.
Not allowed.
Oh, of course,
No wonder.
Ion. Of course, it's allowed. You just have to know what you're doing and hope he isn't really an alien AI as he tries to sell himself.
It's not a very well kept secret that he is. So
Yoden has
trying
to
to
take
force
off. Thanks for dropping by, bud. Appreciate it. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you guys. Go ahead.
We're just debating about how normal is definitely an alien AI, but he just keeps trying to convince us he's not. So there's no point even joking about it because we know it's the confirmed
Okay.
truth.
Yeah, he tries to convince us he's not by poorly role playing it. Normal, do you have an input? Tell us in Dama's chat. And please don't scream air noises at us. I know you will try to do that.
Okay, now I've got a new problem going on.
Oh, what's that?
Is anyone else having trouble building?
No, I've just built the most stupid face I could imagine for the skull, just because I thought it would be funny whilst I'm testing. And no.
Looks like Gumby.
Hey, it's just mirror mode prefab actually going wrong again. Damn it, mirror mode prefab.
Okay, so that's rotating the wrong way. That makes sense. That's probably why it's not working.
Multiplayer is getting a bit laggy for me.
Should we...
But other than that, it's totally
Okay.
fine.
I was gonna say, should we consider doing a restart, but if we can deal with it for now.
I can move this one block. Doesn't look as great as I thought, so yay. Moving stuff again. Kill me, please.
What are we moving?
Well, if you take a look at the back, I wanted to do 3 thrusters and then 2 to balance out roughly on the center of mass where I expect it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have far less BID usage. Turns out, I like an idiot, I built at the wrong spot. But yeah, we may be getting a little bit of an issue. Some of the physics stuff, I hope it isn't acting up yet. But
Yeah, that's why
again,
I was kind of concerned about adding a 5th person.
yeah,
And it shows, apparently.
Yeah, I'm starting to get some little lag spikes in there as well.
Yeah.
Sure,
Them every now and again.
well, this is FTD's TCP IP protocol levels at peer-to-peer connections. That's fun.
For the whole family.
Yeah, and especially for the network engineers.
Not our problem. Well, I guess it kind of is. Never mind.
You burned yourself there,
Yes, I
Dama.
did.
You shouldn't do that, you know.
I like burning things. It's what the voices tell me to do.
And let's see how this works then. I think
Just
I've got those.
please not the American flag. I know it's your freedom of speech, but it's environmentally unfriendly.
So Normal says, I'm using my headache now. So Europe is cheap and more dangerous the more you go east, far east, and at the end of the world is America. I definitely thank you for the praise. We are all humans. Alright then.
I'll find these things. Can I see if they can fire weapon group 2 on the Jolly Roger, please?
Okay. Do you need someone else to do it, or you're gonna do it, or...
I can't seem to fire them.
Okay.
I suspect multiplayer lag.
Yeah, just let me drop down,
There's a chair on the top deck that I'm sitting
Oh, okay.
This looks a little bit interesting. I may need mimics at some point,
Okay, so...
but I'll let you play with those,
Okay.
Dama.
I do... There is ammo in there, correct?
Yeah, the ship is carrying
Okay.
ammo.
The guns aren't moving for me either.
No, they're moving for me, but I can't fire them.
Oh.
They're-
Yeah, they're not firing like at all for me. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, it's still showing being controlled by you.
No, I literally just grabbed them for a second there, but I scrolled off while you were there. I'm now far enough away from the control, so I won't be overriding either.
Wrong weapon selected. There we go. Get my broadside. You need another one?
No, if you can fire them, that means they're working properly.
Excellent.
Okay, those things fire every...
Hello?
Do what now?
They fire everywhere.
Do we just lose Ion?
Oh, no.
Oh crap, we just lost Ion.
You lost Ion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
everything must be saved.
Yeah. Alright,
Looks
everyone
like
drop a save.
FTD is a little bit getting unstable.
Okay.
Is someone controlling weapons?
Do we want to wait till he gets back to restart, or?
Let's wait until he gets back.
Sounds good. I think he did a fine job on these guns, though.
There's one problem with my neck being on a turret. Whilst you're moving the guns, it's moving the neck around.
Heizemeisters, you might want to move your engines down a little bit. I think they might come into conflict where Ion's wanting to put the cannons.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed. I was reluctant to move them down a bit, since the airship is probably going to receive a lot of fire from the bottom.
That's totally understandable. It's only like 2 layers of metal right now. If you feel like you need to reinforce it, go for it.
No, I just move the guns down. Actually, not the guns, the engine. And I'll try to place an engine under the guns, so I can see how much space there is for the guns.
Alright, sounds good.
Engine, yeah. Wait, what am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing, Dave?
Yeah, I think we lost Ion completely, ISP probably. Somebody just disconnected.
Okay. Well, let's give him a little bit to get back in.
Press F to pay respects.
Actually, it might be better if I go this way with it.
This is not working as intended.
Welcome to FTD.
Well, what is ever working as intended?
I do notice that sometimes when you're playing FTD, sometimes you gotta kind of make sacrifices and lose some of the functionality that you intended, so.
And
yeah, I mean, the problem with the neck that I'm finding is that currently I can't have the turret facing forwards, as it gets controlled completely weirdly. So now I have to kind of completely change my idea on it.
as a helpful Xinshin cultist, why don't you try praying for change then? I'm sure it will not go horribly wrong with you mutating. Or will it?
Okay, that's just gone horribly wrong.
As you can see, Zinj has immediate effects if you don't start praying to him.
Yeah, my neck has just broken on my craft. Well, my idea.
We got like some kind of a test bed going on up there still?
I've got a really weird test bed on the bow of the ship, so if you can see something moving around, then that's where the head's gonna be.
Cody McCullich, I hope I didn't butcher that too badly. He says, I'm new to the stream. He's asking what the idea is for the ship. And yeah, thank you. We do have quite the cast here. Basically, we're trying to go for like a pirate-styled airship for use in Heizemeisters' upcoming Quest for Neater campaign.
You know Darka will have to top this, right?
Well, he's welcome to try.
Well, I gave him the idea of the rail blaster. You know, my old
Mhm.
favorite. It works now, which means that he is already preparing to try it, and he's gonna do a couple of tutorials. So, Dama, if you want to help, and well, definitely have your channel linked. Totally not shilling.
I'll give it some thought.
Okay, one engine block installed, providing 34,000 units of power,
Right on.
or 29,000 units when under 100% load.
That's pretty good. Is this something that you built
I mean,
yourself, or is it something you got from a... Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I built this originally as a replacement for the quite inefficient and lazily built engine in my airship I spawned in
Oh,
earlier.
okay. Has anyone got a spot scouted out? Oh, hey, Cogular, what's going on? Yeah, we're a multiplayer rattler. I forgot what I was going to ask. Oh, yeah. Does anyone have a good spot for an AI just yet?
Hello.
Hey, Ian, everything cool, man?
No.
What happened?
Hard crash.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
No, it's a black screen and immediately reset itself. Like, whole system went down.
I bet you're mad.
More concerned than anything else. I don't think the system's been damaged at all. It's concerning thing is, you know, when my FD crashed earlier, I was working on one of the cram cannons then as well.
Really? So you think the cram cannons might be bugged?
Yeah.
Oh, the same thing.
I hard crashed when you were test firing the crams.
Yeah, the same thing happened to Dell's. Dell. as I said,
Ah,
from
so yeah. Okay.
So there might be something fundamentally wrong with the new cram system at the moment.
I think they haven't set a maximum amount of calculations per second again. That's just my wild guess though, so I can... Because if you're hard crashing to desktop, that means you have an overwhelmed memory usually.
No, the first time was hard crash to desktop. This time it was the entire system went down.
Alright, are we at a good stopping point where we can restart and get Ion back in?
I'm
Okay,
still
okay, well just let us know when you're ready.
God.
Well, take a look at the back and see what I have been doing on
Oh yeah,
there,
that's
and
cool.
if you...
Ooh,
You're gonna put a bunch of turning thrusters on that?
nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I want somebody to take care of the pseudo rudder though, at least a bit. And as you can see, I even found a spot for a nice PID control thruster.
Lovely.
Up top.
I just been kind of working on the cabin and the top back of this. Cogular says he's
That was like a
got
really nice cabin.
or he's just working on a monitor boat, and Cogular says firing weapons in multiplayer FTD has been causing issues, so yay.
That would explain some things.
Well, at least we know that the cannons work, so if we can avoid testing those down the line, I think we'll be alright.
Actually, the issue is, if that hard crash happened just while we were being fired,
No shit.
I wasn't actually editing. I wasn't directly editing the system at that point.
So it could actually be firing weapons.
No, the first time I was editing the system, that was the crash to desktop, and then the hard system resets was while Dama was test firing them.
Sounds like a load of horseshit to me.
I mean, I could probably just unwrap a section of the stern and put the AI there, but it's a little bit too obvious, isn't it?
I think my flying skull ran out of juice over there.
Oh yeah, and for the side windows, would you try doing them in the same style, please?
The side windows?
Because, yeah, since of course this is meant to be some, at least a little bit of something.
Mm,
Oh, you mean I'd put holes to the rest of the hull?
No,
Uh,
just maybe repeat the pattern twice on the side. Because if you take a look, I got most of the inspiration from the old Spanish galleons, of course.
I just kind of put that in as a alternate mounting point for the sensors because they can be behind the portholes.
Yep. You know what? Since we have all these crams at some point, why don't we try making... no, not the Gothic class. The Gothic class only has lance batteries. But... these look quite nice. I think we could use these to make... probably a Dauntless class light cruiser from 40k.
That's kind of what inspired this, partly. Well, anyone who's been watching my channel long enough knows I'm a Warhammer 40k fan, so yeah.
You're a huge Warhammer 40k
For the
nerd.
Emperor. For the Emperor.
Blood for the Blood God.
Milk for the cornflakes.
Yep.
For the greater good.
DACA for the DACA boys.
Fucking blueberries.
Freaking blueberry.
I just had to
Blueberry.
make a reference to the words.
Actually, now that you guys
It
mention
was
it, I
actually-
do have a, I do have Ultramarine army. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, the
Oh,
Ultra
yes.
Subs.
May Matt Ward be with you.
only reason being is it takes 4 hours to paint them, and I just wanted to do them one solid color, and I already had the decals, so yeah.
I mean, the best way to paint anything is just get Skaven and spray paint them, Arch Warhammer style.
Damn, do they fun to
Sorry,
paint
what
though,
about Warhammer
even though they take forever.
Not in 40k, in fantasy. If you want a quick and cheap army, you just take Skaven and spray paint them all with grey.
Yeah, I could see that. I think I'm gonna pull that.
Wait, but then all your miniatures are grey.
Then you just start putting little dots on them to differentiate them. They are not all the same. The
I think
horse-
in some tournaments, when you're doing a Warhammer 40k tourneys, they want you to have at least 3 different paints on them, so they look somewhat decent.
So I was thinking something along these lines for the stern. If you take a look,
One moment here.
it will be vulnerable, yes, but we can up-armor it.
I'm just trying to come up with something that might look nice. What do you got, matey? Where am I looking at?
Just I'm finishing up. I'm trying to do the thruster plate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not bad. Maybe give it just a little more definition where they like kind of angle in towards the thruster.
Yeah, I was thinking something similar. This was just literally flushing out if I could do something like.
Okay, well, in that
This.
case, continue then.
And then having them vertical. I can see your point. Of course, I do that. Unlike most people, I do that even with my propellers. What pisses me off the most about the current version is that you don't get a clear definition of what's clipping and what's not. For example, on my battle cruiser, I of course used the props while and Daddy Blades, and the Daddy Blades don't seem to be giving any power, and it's not telling me what to do next. Which is quite infuriating, as you may guess.
No doubt. So Onyx, what do you think of our motley crew here?
It's quite interesting. It's quite funny as well.
Oh yeah, we got some pretty good people hang out with us at the Discord. I'm having a great time with them, actually.
At some point, though, we should do World of Warships.
I know.
Yeah, I'll keep pestering you.
You do that. Maybe I'll agree to it.
They even have Warhammer 40k ships now.
I saw.
Yep.
I would think Geo was
And
bitching
I
about
really
it,
want
actually.
one.
You almost flashed a wallet at Wargaming right there and then, didn't you?
The thought had crossed my mind, if that's what you're asking.
Yep, as I thought.
Oh, these ACBs are annoying me.
I mean, it's a shame though that they didn't do the macro, that they didn't do the main guns macro battery style, or, well, for the Ragnarok one, they didn't just put a twin Chaos Lance battery, Battlefleet Gothic style.
I mean, the problem is though they have done obviously space stuff in the past. Like there was an April Fool's in space.
Yep, I even have the Moskva camo for that.
Ooh, have you heard about the recent Moskva change?
I know. I even earned 20 mil credits just because I sold her before then.
Nice. I've got the Kirov because I only got to there. Sadly.
Yeah. I kept pestering my friends who didn't have anything in the Soviet line to, yo, get the ship, you'll get a free premium. Most of them actually did.
Nice. I mean, I'm currently just grinding up the German battleship line.
Oh, where are you at? I
Full
actually.
secondary spec Bismarck.
Nice.
Oh
Well,
no, no.
Almost full secondary spec. I just don't have manual on them.
I have manual and fire prevention. Friedrich der Grosse.
Ooh. See, the thing is though, I was in the closed beta test, and my account's about to turn 5 years old in 5 days, and I don't have a tier 10 yet. My highest are 2 tier 8s.
Hell, I could give you a clan to reside in just for the bonuses. Like, I'm not looking for active people because it's basically dormant. But if anybody wants to use it and abuse it, well, I'm up to it because, of course, I got transferred leadership because I'm the most active of the people who are actually playing.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm currently in a clan with my friends, but there's 3 of us, so the bonuses are very poor.
We have all the bloody buildings, like from these. You know how you're supposed to be getting 20 steel for one of the daily missions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the bonuses high enough so we're getting at least 21, which is something, I guess.
I am restarting my stream now, by the way, guys.
Okay.
And I am now in FTD's main menu.
Just let me get to a stopping point here and we'll let you back in.
Make sure
Yeah.
to save everything.
Absolutely.
Beastman.
Do what?
Hello. Okay, ACBs are really annoying me at the moment.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to get it so that if there's an enemy anywhere around, the pistons will extend for the neck. So it will extend
you have to put
straight
it,
out to them.
You have to attach
Pretty
it
easy to do that.
to the turret block, otherwise all pistons on the ship will extend. I have a
Yeah,
little.
I have.
You can adjust the
I
effect
have
range so it only affects that piston.
Not
Yeah,
if
I
it's on a
have
subconstant.
All right.
Not if it's
I'm
on
at a good point to
Substance
stop
stack.
here. If we're okay to restart the server, let Ian back in.
Have you saved
Yep.
the ship?
Yes, sir.
Let
Just
me in!
so-
Let me in! There's zombies out here! Let me in!
Shut up, you're a zombie. Now, where's my shotgun?
I only want your brains, so don't worry.
All
I'm not a
we want to
brain,
do is eat your brains.
zombie. Right.
All right, so we're all at a good spot, right?
I'm definitely ready. Definitely ready.
Heitzmeister, are you good?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And Onyx, you good?
Wait,
Have you
hang on.
saved
Yes.
everything?
Yep, I'm good.
All right.
I think it's split up into a separate stream now because that break took me so long to get back up.
I just have 50 minutes left, by the way. Because then I, well, to go to bed.
Yeah, it's split up. Into
I have to
separate
work
Cody
tomorrow.
McClolich says, I would love to see a group of YouTubers do a From the Depths campaign where you recreate and use only historical ships from World War I and World War II. Bonus points if for World of Warships designs.
Hold up. Can we use Kremlins with particle cannons? Because that's totally realistic, I guess.
Have you seen the new one that they've decided to put in, the new Japanese ship that's got 510mm guns on it?
You know what's the secret to that ship? If you use IFH, you get 32 mil pen with all secondaries.
All right, here's the Jolly Roger back in, fellas.
I'm bringing in a new holder post. As soon as the
I mean,
job
I've got to go manual secondaries first because I've.
Yeah, so you need to remake.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, so I'll be wanting your log files after we're done here, Dama.
I'll
because,
be.
Beastman's saying that's a good way, good thing to include when submitting a bud report on this.
Okay.
But the interesting thing is, he said it's good timing because Nick's going to be doing some work on multiplayer for the next few weeks, so it's basically Operation Fix multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
In his words.
That's
Well,
quite
but-
nice.
Are you guys able to get back in?
I'll be off for a bit, so start
Okay.
without me.
Good work on the back there, matey. That was
Sorry,
awesome.
I can't see the thing. Did you remake the server?
I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to do that.
Well, you had to do that earlier, and I think I mentioned it, but your microphone. wasn't
Yeah,
on at the
it
time.
like cut out for a second. I don't know why. Okay,
I don't know why
it's
I find
back
this
up.
funny, but looking at all
I'm gonna go get another drink. I'll be right back, guys.
So I'm looking at all the multiplayer servers, and one of the comments on one is, how would you spell "do not touch" in Braille?
Oh, that's.
That's not something you want to really read in Braille, if I'm going to be honest.
No, because it means you've already done it wrong. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
it's
go
like,
sit
what have you
toilets,
contracted because of that?
That's
Right,
the
be
joke.
back in a minute.
I just finished up my HMS Thunderchild ship. It's in text chat for general voice chat if anyone wants to look at her.
Also, hello, Cogula.
Hello.
Hello, Kogla. Quick question though. What kind of lamps do you have on that ship?
Wait. you
Is it
talking to
a
me?
0Q or a 4Q lamps?
Oh. Yeah, I've been meaning to fix that. I want them to be 4Q. But for some reason it's being weird and gotta fix that. Alright, where's the there it is. It is a 4Q system, or it's supposed to be a 4Q system when it's working.
Ah, okay.
Once again, my apologies, gentlemen. Miller time is back on.
It's
Was
alright.
your quest for additional refreshments successful?
Indeed. Actually, my wife was bringing it to me. Good woman.
Oh, is she watching the stream as well?
Yeah, she's actually watching it from. Well, she's taking a bath and watching it on her phone, so she loves her baths.
Hello.
Let's see here. Date.
Okay, I'll just down straight up.
Oh, Cogular just joined us.
Welcome
What's
back,
up, man?
Blackie.
Hello. Yeah, nothing much. Figured I'd join in and say
Ah,
hi.
you're cool. Uh-oh.
You just dropped that right on top of the holder post.
My bad, bud.
You crushed the top of the holder post as well. It's slowly falling apart under the weight of it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, I guess technically it is doing its job and holding it up, but not quite as intended.
Sorry, Ad.
That's actually quite impressive considering how small a target the holder post is.
Well, The Jolly Roger is a very, very big blueprint so
I
far.
grabbed it.
Heizemeister, you think this will be able to work for you in the campaign?
I don't know how it's going to turn out.
Fair enough.
The hold post died from excessive damage.
At the very least, people
But
would
I
love
will
to
most
tinker with it on the
likely,
workshop.
Try to have ducts everywhere.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
I think.
Now that,
Not the
these are
quack
gonna
quack
explode
type,
every
right?
10 seconds.
Yeah, more ducks on the ship, please. We need them.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Let's see here. Back to what I was doing. I was kind of making a captain's quarters here in the rear of the castle, I think it's called. Stop me if I'm wrong.
Oh no.
After
Thank you.
castle, and the bow should have one deck higher as well, as that's the forecastle. And yes, they were literally castles at one point. We just built towers on ships,
surprised
so
by
if some
that.
dudes try to invade, well, you can do a crossfire across the deck with your own cannons. It was actually quite effective at tearing down enemy troops.
I hope you guys don't mind, but I am going to install one more bank of 6 crams, and then I'm going to sit back and not touch that system again.
Can't say I blame you, Ian.
And yeah, so I want to grab your server logs after we're done, Dama.
You'll have to
add
tell
the
me where they're
logs.
at, but yeah, I'm sure we can arrange that.
It's all in Sensible Devs. That's where I pinged Beastman, who responded immediately about it.
Okay, it seems I have to go now, unfortunately.
Oh,
No problem, man.
So,
So I wish you the best of luck with building this, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow, probably.
Alright, you take
Yeah,
care,
thanks for
man.
the engines, bud.
No problem. Feel free to copy them and use them on your own ships if you like.
Oh yeah, I definitely
Dama, send
saved
me
it.
the
Don't worry.
blueprint. Send me the blueprints afterwards.
Bye.
and
Later.
kill them. Later.
Let's see here. For left and right
it's a
positioning.
saloon.
And we need that to go. There we go. I kind of made a desk for the captain back here. There we go.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, these ACBs, I can't get these going.
I'll have a look in a moment. Just installing the rear cannon batteries.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we have engine power now, don't we?
By the
Yes, Attacker, we have built a massive pirate airship.
Oh god. I may or may not have made an extending penis.
That sounds very typical in Further Depths, actually.
Yeah, it even vibrates.
Well, for some... Yep.
okay, so should I just say, Onyx? May I send you over the clan name just so you can DM me as the leader?
Yeah.
Or, you know.
The face is extended out. Oh, because what I was thinking was if I use pistons, I can get it to extend out and then it can look any direction it wants, except for straight backwards, so it wouldn't actually shoot the ship.
It will turn straight backwards actually, just because all the subconstructs don't collide with each other.
There's only currently one subconstruct, and that's got the pistons and the face on it.
And
that's a problem.
as a bonus, I'll be sending over my captain build
Okay.
for German BBs.
Yeah, Matey knows
I mean,
his
I've
shit
been
when it comes
trying
to
to
WoW,
look
so yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I
what's
mean,
up with the
I've been messing around with captain builds on the public test and having quite a lot of fun.
Hell, I have Cunningham on daring, so I get five fucking heals on destroyer.
Wow.
Jeez.
8 of the British smoke screens. Yes. Oh, of course. I get sub 2 seconds reload once I get adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
currently grinding up to the Harugamo.
Oh
So-
no. You know what we did today? I think you'll love it.
Mm.
So imagine what Minotaur booster can do when the booster has a 50-second radar and the Minotaur actually brings useful smoke screens.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That
they
sounds
come
like
to
the,
work the rooster.
I remember seeing two
That's
Atlantas and a Flint together. Sorry, 2 Flints in Atlanta. So you've got smoke screens that basically never end, and 3 Atlantas sat in it.
and well, this one's worse. You get perma hydro and defensive AA on top of that.
Ooh.
Well, you don't get perma smokes, but that can be fixed. You just bring a Harugama along. And
Damn.
that's when you get to the true meme. Like with 2 of us, we held a flank with the help of a Kremlin against the Lemming. And the enemy close to within 12 kilometers, and suddenly it started raining lead, AP and HE and fires and the occasional Kremlin
It's
shot.
raining lead.
And-
Hallelujah, it's raining
And of
lead.
course, the enemy retreated and then looked at the next battleship in line and said, "You go next."
I'm just imagining what it would have been like with a Yamato in there instead of a Kremlin.
Now, the Kremlin was good since, well, there were cruisers.
Yeah.
Well, then the Kurfürst decided to push in, lost 75% of his health, but covered for the rest of his team, so team play. And Moskva got tired of me. The Mino at that point GTFO'd because he saw the Kurfürst coming. I got stuck trying to deal with the Des Moines. Well, Moskva comes around the corner and broadside to a booster. Yeah, that was very violent and very quick.
Yes, that seems very dead.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know why, but when my piston extended, it took the ACBs with it.
Oh, you built them onto the far end of the
Yeah.
piston. Also, my
Yeah.
FC just crashed again.
Seriously?
Oh dear.
God damn.
Yeah.
This is gonna need some more.
Okay, well, let us know when you're ready, Ian.
And kids, this is why you should always have quality assurance, people.
Well, that's an ideal
Also
world.
why
We
you
don't live
should
in one of
always
those.
save.
But yeah, it's if your pistons are going long, then they are attached to the invisible piston block, which is the next grid.
Yeah, I'm gonna attach them to the turret, so that it doesn't extend a penis out every time I want to do something.
I mean, what's wrong with that, really?
I mean, my penis extends every now and then.
Oh, Dama. I think you've just been banned for YouTube for this.
Yeah, they can eat a dick.
Twitch exists.
This is a common sentiment, as I understand it.
Okay.
You guys should know me well enough by now that Dama gives no fucks.
Yeah.
That's the best way to deal with life. Okay, so that turret idea works. The pistons need to be rejigged.
What's so funny?
Oh. Well, I got caught by 2 radar cruisers and, well, Venezia and the Shima in a DD. Shima comes around the corner, fires 15 torpedoes, misses, and, well...
Hey, my deuce.
But wait, I'm not done yet. I then blind fire the Shima down from 50% health.
No.
One of my newer subscribers here, Maudus, is just asking what we're up to. Heitzemeister, one of the people I do a lot of collaboration work with, we're attempting to build him a kind of a sci-fi pirate ship for his upcoming Quest for Neater campaign.
Hold up, is it supposed to be sci-fi? Because I feel like I should add particle cannons now.
Dama?
Why not add particle cannons?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I don't need more than one piston. Otherwise, the face is just going to be pushed. Oh, that's a really interesting.
Okay. Good
turn
question.
event.
How the fuck did I manage to cap?
I don't know. You tell us.
Very good question, and I don't have an answer.
Under the nose of Venezia, Des Moines, and Moskva.
Well,
That
the
is
Venezia, although it has good guns, it's got no kind of utility, so it doesn't have hydro, doesn't have radar.
Yeah, but well, there's still a Venezia, and I still. managed to
I think
cap.
Iron's ready to come back in, guys.
Well, you didn't hear me.
What are?
Yeah.
What? How long will he? How long will you last? Do you reckon? Ion. How
How long will I
till
last?
you? Well, how long till you crash the desktop again?
If it follows the established pattern, the next one will be a black screen crash.
Are we at a good point to restart then,
BSOD.
guys? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about this.
It's cool, man. Shit
I don't
happens.
know what the heck's happening. But this is why I'm going to be doing a bug reports once we're all done here. Because crashes of the game, that's happened before, but black screen hard
That
crashes,
yeah, that's a little nuts.
that's something a little bit more
Okay.
serious.
Oh, Heizemeisters just popped back in. Was that on purpose?
I think
Okay,
it
lovely.
doesn't realise he's back.
I don't know.
Okay.
Little
so
weird.
these have a range of 3,000
Anyway, this time
meters.
I'm gonna wait for
Seems
you to
legit.
put the post in before I spawn the ship in.
Okay.
Well then, I'm off.
All right, thanks for hanging out, matey.
Sadly, I have to go. Well,
Right, see you later, mate.
if you play tomorrow, just DM me beforehand. I'll probably be trying to mod Stellaris for some reason. And yes, I managed to get another mod running. Now just to get, well, some testing done.
Okay.
But it appears to work, which, of course, that's already good enough.
All right.
For some reason I can't spawn the holder post in.
You can't put the holder post in.
Yeah, I've tried to load it twice now, but it's not.
Maybe it's a bit of a lag spike. I don't know.
This is.
I know, right? I got one I can spawn in. Let me try.
What, you got a copy? Of the holder
Not of
post?
your holder
Or
post, but I
something
do
similar?
have one myself.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Actually, can I build anything? Let's check.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of lag going on here because it's not spawning my shit in either.
Yeah, the servers must have. I mean, we've got Heizemeisters. He closed the game most likely. I think when he left.
I have no idea because he popped back into the server after he left, so I was kind of like, what the fuck in there?
He shouldn't be here because he did disconnect.
How about we just do a hard restart? I just open it up from scratch then.
Well, see you later.
Yeah, we might need a new server.
See you later.
Alright, close server. Sorry folks, it just seems that oh yeah, he was talking about Stellaris there, mounted Modus.
This is told Beastman. I'm so glad to hear that they're going to do a pass on trying to fix the multiplayer.
Alright, hop in guys.
Stuff like the Beastman.
So has anyone got any thoughts on the strategic AI?
I've
Oh.
not actually touched it yet.
I have.
So-
It seems nice, and it does make the game actually have a good strategy feeling, so it isn't, grind fest 2000 as you're having to fight a single fleet for every single square. That's nice. It definitely seems like the AI is a lot more smart now instead of responsive.
Okay. I was just curious. I myself would kind of wish that they could kind of keep the old one around because I like having a bunch of massive battles, but I don't know, I guess I'm just crazy.
I think you like Daka a little too much.
There's
And
nothing wrong with
also-
I
that.
was about to say, what the hell is wrong with liking too much DACA? And also, what is too much DACA?
The more DACA, the better.
too much
No such
dunk
thing.
is, and you see nothing but bullets.
I'm perfectly
that's
fine
a-
with this. I
that's
got
a-
the rig
that's-
that can handle it.
I wish
Well.
I did.
Not all of us do.
Yeah, I wish I did as well, actually.
Although I am actually upgrading my entire rig on the, well, it's going to be completely done by the 7th, so I'm going to be completely happy because I can actually dream again that isn't,
There we go.
well, like warships.
This version of the ship doesn't seem to have a skull on the front.
No, that's because I took it off because I'm rejigging the pistons and everything.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright.
I wondered if
Nice.
it's
Working it.
messing around with the pistons that might be causing the crashes.
I
Possibly.
don't think so.
I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there as a
We've been doing that
possibility.
throughout, and I've had no issues throughout. It's just with the crams, I think. No, actually, that last crash, I have no idea what happened there.
Oh,
Well,
search
I mean, I
me.
was kind of messing around with pistons, so... Well, I think the neck idea isn't going to work, so...
So do we just want to mount something that's gonna like be stationary then, and go with the idea of with missiles?
Yeah, or I mean, I could put the entire skull on a turret block instead of having turret block with pistons on it and more turret blocks and messing around more like that.
I think that would just cause a bunch of lag issues. I mean, don't get me wrong, I admire you for
Yeah.
trying, but yeah, maybe it just might be best to go with the simple way out.
Have
Yeah.
a stationary skull. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I do
continue
now?
on the bow
Okay.
then. I mean, I've spent like, what, a good hour just trying to sort the skull out.
You look like you had a pretty good.
I'll probably test it more in single player, and then if I can get it working.
Okay, fair enough.
What should I work on now then, since I'm not going near the cram cannons? And I don't think we need more cram cannons if I'm going to be honest.
You're probably right. Something I was thinking, maybe like we could have like some swivel type guns on the upper deck, like in between like the
any-
ribs.
Any particular type?
Surprise me.
One piece you
Well, I've got a slight idea for one of them, but it's using auto cannons.
I think that could be okay. I mean, there's no harm in
Just-
testing it out and trying.
Well, I think I put one on my adventure mode raft, and then I also did it. With
Madden
lasers.
Madu says that Stellaris is the game that he plays the most on Steam. Yeah, it's a fun game. Yar the bug, never enough DACA. You. Yeah, there's never enough
If you
DACA.
need DACA, I've got you covered with this thing, I think. What the hell is this thing?
Never enough
Yeah, those are
DACA.
some really weird missiles. Time to go test fire them to see what their maximum range is.
So, what are you working on, Cogular?
So,
Just out of curiosity.
I am working on HMS Thunderchild, a new small monitor class
Okay.
fleet, because I've noticed that I go straight from PT class boats to destroyers, and I have nothing in
Right.
between.
so my little swivel gun is here.
Okay. Where'd you spawn it?
Has it currently at the bow because that's where I'm working on, so it's easier for me. So it's literally just auto cannons. But
I
if
see
I
what you- I
could
see
get
what you did,
onto
yeah.
the ship,
It's
that would
got 6,000
6,000?
RPM as a rate of fire.
3,000.
No, it's showing here as a rate of fire of 6,000 RPM.
so 300.
Anyone know
Holy
when they
crap,
added
these
the
things have a
revolving
range of
blast guns to the
4,500
game?
meters.
Have you
I
guys
also
noticed
have
that?
another one. I have another one that's complete overkill, but I think you guys might like
Okay.
it. I'm gonna spawn it up top. The name doesn't give it justice.
No.
Wait, what happened?
Hell
Just
no.
look at the bow. Is that enough lasers?
The problem
Holy
with that is
fudge.
the volume involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ear rape. You
It's
forgot
only
about the
using
ear rape.
simple ones. Oh
Well,
yeah.
It's bugging out again. I can't even fire them. So
I also
Thank
have
God for
another
Marius.
one that's like that. One sec. I can't even remember what this is. Oh, there we go. It's got 4 30mm assault cannons on it.
yeah. So are we talking like simple? I'm guessing.
If you want to do simple weapons, that's fine. I just know that what the fuck is it?
Well, I was trying to say earlier they seem to have added another simple.
Really,
weapon to
what
the
is
game.
it?
I think this is like my 4th time mentioning it as well.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, you
The
guys were all
revol-
talking about this stuff and I wasn't getting to it. But yeah, they've added something called a revolving blast gun.
Okay.
I've just
Which
yeah.
is
I've
like,
just noticed
like
that.
an original style gap.
Yeah, let's have a look-see.
That's
I've got
actually
one.
been-
I've got one in midships at the moment.
Okay.
That's actually been in the game
Oh,
for a while.
it's a
It
shotgun.
just, yeah.
It has.
Oh yeah,
It has
that's
been
the
in game for a
one.
while. It just got a name change.
I think that's the one that Onyx Rebellion was playing with earlier, actually.
Yeah, I didn't. see
That's
that
cool.
either.
It got a name change recently.
Okay, right, never mind. Apparently, I distracted you guys with something pointless, so thank you.
Oh, I don't be like
No, it's
that.
alright. Very few people actually acknowledge its existence because they can't find a use for it.
A close range shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's-
don't know if you're even gonna come against something that's gonna get that close, unless you're going up against, like, I don't know, the white flares.
White flares, yeah. It seems like an anti-white flare weapon given its close
Mhm.
range nature.
For a swivel gun, there's always the 32-pounder swivel gun.
Is that a thing?
True.
Yeah, it's in simple
Well, that's news to
weapons.
me.
Oh, it actually looks pretty cool. One sec. Does it? It rarely. No, it doesn't swivel. It just has a little bit of an axis.
So the swivel gun doesn't swivel. Okay. Ain't that convenient? Looks like I was trying to put something together.
Alright, I think that'll work, hopefully. Setting firing parameters for all the turrets is a chore. Okay.
I think I got a pretty good
Okay,
rear
medium
castle
missile.
going on here.
Yeah, that looks really
Thank you.
cool. The bow is slowly coming on, but it's just obviously the transition between the bottom being obviously 4 then to 2 and then it just rotates. Apparently it doesn't like me doing that.
Madame Maudus is suggesting the 50 cal machine guns.
It's not really used for that weapon.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they look great. They're just not that powerful.
Yeah, From the Depths doesn't like low caliber weapons that much.
No, that's
It's-
why everyone
y-
and their dog decided that we needed all the simple weapons.
It's 40mm weapon. It's 40mm caliber and up that'll actually do anything. Anything below that, you need so many rounds of it that you might as well just make it bigger and use smaller. Sorry.
Fewer rounds.
Yeah, use fewer rounds. I'm tired.
I'm making an abomination.
Is that news though?
No, that is not news at all. But
Exactly.
An abomination from an abomination.
yeah, I mean, I've just strapped 6 of these blast guns together into a single turret frame. Looks intimidating enough. Might work as a light anti-aircraft gun.
That actually looks kind of scary.
I think I'm hitting the projectile limit several times over.
Whoa,
Most
Now,
likely.
that takes talent right there.
that looks pretty terrifying.
Yeah, doesn't it?
If only they had it without the wheels.
Well, I got around that a little bit by strapping them in sideways and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you notice, I've actually hidden the ammo feed magazine completely in this thing.
And Madame
Yeah.
Maudus says the A agains are okay. not the best for, but good for chipping stuff off. Yeah, pretty much. If you just want to like
You
disable
need a
something
lot
and
of
knock
them.
it out of the sky, they're okay for that. But against something like really big, like an airship, they're not going to do a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah. Well, at that point, you might as well just use your main guns.
Pretty much.
Alright, I think the ship is finally actually complete with paint job and everything.
Congrats.
Nice. I rarely get to that
Mhm.
stage because
Oh,
I can't stop building.
Decorations.
Let's see, so let's see, what's the final weapon tally?
Oh, I forgot mirror mode again.
Don't you hate that shit?
We've got the twin 236mm turret up front, the fast firing 179 in the back, 4 T-class 20mm AA guns because they're the only things that actually look good in that area, 2 missile launchers, 4 casemates. Oh yeah, I got the anti-missile guns.
Let's see here.
Missiles in the rear. And then vertically launched torps, because why not?
Why not? Why the fuck not?
They actually work quite well, and they're space efficient.
I find launching them downwards has been working pretty good for me.
Yeah.
They're very, very protected, and put a one turn on them and they just don't care. They'll find anything.
Alright, save over. HMS Thunderchild. Success. Alright. Now, let's see if I can fix up this Higaran interceptor a little bit. Maybe make its burst cannon better. Wait, what caliber is this thing?
All of them.
Oh yeah, 50 mil. It's 50 mil. It's 50 mil with a rate of fire of yes.
That's always the best one.
Let's put this against Steamworks and see how well it does.
Aye, that'll do, I suppose.
Well, it's good to know that its missiles do well.
What? Okay, that's really annoying.
Did you break something?
No, the offsets that I'm trying to use to sort everything out, basically making what looks a bit like ribs in the ship. Which sounds pretty cool, but when you look at it, it just looks dodgy.
Fair enough. I'm just kind of making a bunk for the captain.
So you're making your bunk then?
Well, yeah.
So where are we gonna stay then?
Rest of you
we
sea
get
dogs can just
hammocks
sleep
for
out
our
on the
deck.
deck for all I care.
That mutiny sounds good right now. I mean, what? Nothing.
Oh yes, I love ramming my opponent and then firing missiles point blank.
Yeah, I just realized something. These applique panels can make decent looking bookshelves.
Can they?
If you squint hard enough, yes.
Well, they're not perfect, but then again, what is in this crazy world?
The amount of DACA we can produce.
Yet we'll never have enough.
Okay.
If we break the game with too much DACA, then we've done what we wanted to.
Need some light fittings. Make it all purdy like.
This needs to be left.
So, what are you guys' thoughts on the cram cannon rework?
Haven't played around with it enough to judge.
Honestly,
Interesting, but not
honestly,
too sure.
sometimes I feel like they are wanting to completely rework the mechanics of things just so it levels the playing field between veterans and new players.
Yeah.
I think they should honestly work on rejigging the tutorial more
I told them that
to
it
kind
was
of
garbage,
introduce
but
them better.
oh well.
I mean, I still go back to it and look at it, and sometimes I'm just like confused by it more than anything. I mean, the building ones I quite like, you know, where it basically tells you where to put things and shows you how to do it, but the guide ones are just a bunch of text to me.
And I think you're onto something with these anti-aircraft guns.
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
Bit of a narrow firing arc, but
yeah, Modern Modus was saying just filling up spaces in the ship. Yeah, I think you're achieving that goal.
Come on, let's get the ship.
You have been putting in the local weapons controllers for those, right?
I'm not, because since I'm gonna have to tunnel that into the decking below the guns.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was asking, but that's cool.
It's either that or I lift them up on a
that
1 meter
ship's
pedestal, in
still
which case they don't look as good, because
It'll be fine.
then they won't be deck mounted.
It'll be
So.
fine.
So yeah, don't worry, I've not forgotten that we need weapon controls for
Okay.
these things. But if we do want to control them, they are all set to weapon group 5.
Fair enough. Let's see here.
And I've tuned the firing angle so they don't clip the shields around them. either.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, it's like you wanted a swivel gun. I think
Yeah.
that's probably the heaviest thing I can fit into place for this.
Those things can be surprisingly effective if you spam enough of them, but then again, the same holds true for just about
We've got a
everything else in the
fair
game.
few,
It just depends on the size of the spam.
Pretty much.
Well, in broadsides, which is what this thing is meant to be doing, then you'll have a line of these things able to fire as well.
Yes.
So kind of what I was going for.
Mad Madu says the only reason why you would do the in-game guide for From the Depths is for the achievement.
Pretty much what I did it
That's
for.
an achievement
Yeah,
for
there's
it?
an achievement for it,
Yeah.
like the only achievement for it.
Sounds like I need to. My completionist soul demands that I now try to do the tutorial.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Not even that bad, it's just not that great of a tutorial, in all honesty.
I mean, I think the story missions are actually a better tutorial than the tutorial.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's basically how I started the game. Jumped straight in, was like, okay, it's going to tell me everything I need to know. Died very, very quickly in that campaign.
Well, sound about box standard to me.
If anyone's wondering what I'm doing with the bow, I'm just kind of bringing it to somewhere so then I can work on it, so I can see what it looks like at the
Oh, you're
moment.
fine, man.
Yeah. I had that super heavy hole I never used and looks abominable.
Super heavy,
Yeah.
abominable pole. Is that what? Is that a pet
Pole.
name for your? You know.
No. It's a name for this ship design that I never used because it's just... Ugh.
Okay.
Why? Why did I ever think this was acceptable?
You forget this is one of Dama's streams.
Yes. And y'all know Dama's a
That reminds me when
crazy
Heavy
son of a
Arms just came
bitch.
out, I tried to build an entire dreadnought out of the stuff.
Yeah, that's well known.
Just goes, ooh, big strong material, and it floated like a brick. So yeah. I quickly realised that it was far too heavy to build an entire ship
Okay.
out of.
Alright. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to make a ship based off of its weapons instead of trying to fit it in a hole.
I need to start learning to do that.
Yeah. Because I want bigger guns.
More Daka!
Because I
Before-
make the hull, you
Before
know,
2 mils on the heavy battleships won't do anymore.
I make the hull first and then fit the guns to it, and then sometimes it will just look really weird.
Well, I've
Okay.
built craft that are basically just a massive cannon with a few thrusters bolted onto the sides. So,
Yeah, I've seen those.
Well, I mean, that's just called a
Quite
suicide
effective,
mission.
honestly. Because they have a very high firepower to mass ratio.
So how do we want the bow to look?
Like a skull.
Because for some reason, it kind of seems to me like the ship's turning into looking like a galleon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of
I
what
was
we're
noticing that.
going for. Just like a big cranium on the front of it and make it look menacing and have something evil come out of the eyes or your mouth.
Or both.
Quite possibly
Okay,
both,
that
yeah.
should-
I guess you could probably shoot
that's
torpedoes out of
not
it.
gonna be long enough.
Yeah, torpedoes shooting out the
Yeah.
mouth. Just give them a bit of thrust going forward so that it doesn't...
Well, you could just build multi-purpose missiles.
Yeah?
Yeah, just build missiles with secondary torpedo props and then boom. All-terrain torpedoes.
They can even go underground.
Yes, just attach a little drill head to the front of it.
Okay, then caterpillar tracks.
Where the hell are the...
Alright.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I've just had a weird thought, because I could always build it like a galleon and then have the skull hanging off with a chain. Or are we kind of making it so that it's in the actual ship?
Have you seen Captain Harlock?
No.
Something kind of like that. Let me see if I can find something for you. Yeah, Squash
My dragon cannon.
Nestle kind of has something going on there.
Cannons. 13
If you look in
Okay, I
text
think
chat
all
for
these systems have
multiplayer
that.
voice,
Yep.
yeah, that's Captain Harlock's ship. Something kind of like that.
Is that centered?
Ooh.
think
Yeah, I
that's
can work
centered.
on that. I can do something like
All right.
that. Oh, and I've just accidentally opened up my video editing software.
Well, son of a
Oops.
bitch.
So for those of you watching on the stream, I apologise.
Yeah, that is centered, alright.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I've just noticed something interesting. All these crams have not actually saved that they're in group 2.
Uh-oh.
So it sounds like we're having some stream desync on setting up the block's internal system.
Quite possibly.
Again. Yeah, well, welcome to FGD Multiplayer.
I know, right?
Where nothing works.
Well, at least as
So glad they're actually
intended.
going to do a pass on that to try and fix some of it.
Okay, so got that giant
God damn it,
turret.
matey. Actually.
Okay, so yeah, we now have swivel guns.
Yes, this could work.
Is everyone else's computer chugging, or is it just mine?
Quite possibly just yours. I'm doing okay, as far as I can tell.
I sometimes
I've
get
not
random
had any
moments where
issues
my
as far as I can
computer
tell.
is just chugging like crazy. for no reason.
Madamadu says, I built my second helicopter every other day, has 10 missiles, 3 explosive warheads called the Prometheus. Can't spell Prometheus, was a Greek god. Yeah, I've heard of him. He's the one that actually brought fire to the mortals, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
He is.
He stole it, yeah.
Stole it from
Zeus
the
was not
gods.
Happy about that.
Wasn't he the one that got tied to a stone?
Yeah,
Because he did
Yeah.
because the gods got
Yeah.
a little pissed
And,
off at him, sharing their trade secrets and all.
The universe. My joke to you. Because fire is not exactly a secret.
Matey, I hope you're not shaking your head too violently at what I've been trying to work on here, but I think it looks good.
I think this is a worthy addition.
There we go. I have a turret cap head thing.
So,
remember
do any
this,
of you
then?
guys know computers?
As far as
Sort of.
Like CPUs and that?
few
Sort
people
of.
I know do, yeah.
Alright.
So, currently I'm working with the AMD A10 7860K.
And how much power does that thing have?
Dual core. All I'm going to say is dual core boosted to 4.2. And it is that old that... Ooh.
Wait, so you're
Well, I got
overclocking
the
it?
system... Yes, just to try and get everything I can out of it.
Don't blame you.
Basically, I got it 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have it, and I still hate it. But on the 6th, I'm getting a Ryzen 5 3600.
I think that's where IMARK3's bottleneck has been too.
Yeah, CPU.
CPU is often the bottleneck of many people.
I've had this rig for like
I
about
mean, also-
3 years. It's been holding up pretty good, but I imagine
Yeah.
I might be getting to the same point here.
So 500.
That's why it was so useful for me to dump a bunch of the effort from my streaming software onto my GPU, because my GPU is a lot stronger than my CPU.
Where are the transition blocks at?
Yeah. If you go into...
Oh, I see it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Dama's blind.
Yeah, I used them on the bottom so that I could transition from slopes going one way, well, horizontally to going vertically,
Mhm.
and it actually worked out quite well.
Okay. That's not how that. Oh, wrong one. Okay. That's why it wasn't working well.
I
Yar
think
the
my
Bug is
armor
asking,
got the bow a bit much.
I believe this is for Onyx Rebellion. What kind of cooler are you using for your CPU? Because it sounded like you're overclocking it pretty hard there, or at least.
It was the stock in the beginning, but now it's a Cooler Master Masterlight 240, so water
Okay.
cooled. So, yeah, I did that before I overclocked it, because I didn't want it to die.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, with...
kid, your computer's kind of bad.
I mean...
Just saying.
Yeah, well, kind of bad is an understatement. Before I bought the 970 off my friend, I couldn't even run World of Tanks on the lowest setting for a good while.
Okay then.
So yeah.
Wait.
But now I can run it and record it pretty well. It's just streaming my computer screams at.
Mhm.
Ah, that's not what I wanted to. There we go. Miscellaneous.
How do I
Docking
want to do
station.
this shit?
A cheer, so we can actually sit here.
I may have painted myself into a corner. I think that's how the saying goes.
Back yourself into a corner. That's the one you mean, right?
Well, I'm about to find out. Yar the Bug says it's actually a pretty good cooler, maybe even overkill on an AMD.
It's overkill for my current one, but I've got it for when I upgrade, so it was kind of
Future-proof.
future-proofing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is obviously, I mean, my 970 is good. It's just 52-58% bottlenecked by my CPU, so currently it's a pile of crap, basically.
6.
Now, someone I was kind of half expecting to show up today is Geo. I wonder what the hell he's been up to.
Point actually, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're the Bug says overkill is the
That's
best.
the
I agree, but then again, I'm an American. That's how we like to do shit.
It's better to overkill than discover you needed more.
Yeah,
That should
I
be
mean,
plenty.
because before I got this cooler, my computer was screaming at me because it used to run at 60 degrees Celsius
That's pretty damn hot.
constantly.
There's
Yeah,
no
now
such
it-
thing as overkill.
Actually,
Just shoot and reload.
a lot of CPUs are meant to go over 100.
Yeah, this one's, well, I think the bearing was going in the stock cooler, so I need to replace it anyway, but now it's running at 20 degrees under full load. Because it's
You said
absolutely
load.
terrible and doesn't...
Hi, little mean. Welcome back.
Internal fuse.
Overkill is underrated. Yes, it is.
End-up fuse.
Mean says he returns
Which is
after
why we
watching
love
Solid.
Why do you think we love DACA so much?
DACA for the DACA boys.
Blood for the blood god.
There needs to be a DACA god.
Yes, I agree. Games Workshop, if you're listening, bring us a DACA god.
Alright, now.
Mean's back. He went off to watch Short Circuit, and he's asking how the Harlock ship is coming along.
Pretty good, I think. I'm just kind of muddling through it best I can.
Do we want a prow on this ship or not?
Yep, that's a bug. I think.
Sure, why not?
I think.
Because I was thinking of doing like a galleon's prow with the skull kind of built into it.
I think that could work, yeah.
Okay.
So
It's your idea, run with it, man.
Must
if it
fire
doesn't
on
work,
these things.
then
Terrible.
oh well.
Okay.
It's your fault.
What if I make it twin-barreled? I think
If it
that would
doesn't
make
work,
it
Madu
doesn't
says
complain.
no kill like overkill. Can you underkill
Oh,
something?
that's true. Yes, because then it wouldn't be dead.
Yes, it's by using it's by using the 50 cals in From the Depths against something that's a godly design.
Which is kind of odd because in real life 50 cals are like insane. I mean, it shoots a bullet
Yeah.
like the size of your thumb.
Yep. But in FTD land, it does jack.
Pretty much.
Is it bad that I just want to go to America just to fire some guns?
Might have to.
No, not really.
I know here in
Really?
Missouri we love our guns. We have an open carry law.
Yes, and then in England we aren't allowed firearms without a license. And it's a
And a
pain to
permit.
Well,
get
you
the
guys still have a
license. Yeah,
monarchy, so.
that does nothing. It's just the Parliament that does everything.
As I understand it, the Queen tries to do her best to stay out of those kind of things. Would I be correct in saying so?
Yeah. Well, it was since, well, Parliament's basically been in charge for a few hundred
Yeah.
years, so basically what they say goes. The Queen's just like the figurehead of the country.
What you're looking for is constitutional monarchy.
Yes.
There we go.
Where essentially the royalty takes up the executive part of the government, correct?
Position.
Or did I miss something?
I tend to try not to get into politics too much, so all I know about this country is it rains most of the time. When it's sunny, it's too hot, and we can't carry guns.
No, we're not talking about politics. We're just talking about cultural differences. There's a difference.
If I recall, the basic shotgun license actually doesn't need to be applied for in the UK.
Really?
Give me a sec, I'm gonna look this up. It's been ages since I'd looked.
Because I know there's a lot of
Please let
people
me
that
know.
use that their
So-
shotguns for hunting out there, I'd imagine.
Itchy.
We
yeah, there used to be a
have,
thing up to below a certain point. What was that?
well, I know that, well, we're allowed to have air rifles, but you need a license for them as
For an
well,
air
so
rifle?
I'm just happy being an aircrafter.
Those things
Yeah,
are a joke. I mean, you
because-
could get those at Walmart and not need anything else for it.
Welcome to England.
Well, a shotgun certificate is easier to get than a firearm certificate, actually.
Yeah, that should be a good shell.
Referees for a firearm certificate, but only one for a shotgun certificate.
Interesting.
Huh.
So
It depends if they let someone with autism carry a firearm then.
The Yarbug says, or Yar the Bug,
hey,
he says, it kind of makes sense if you're raised in a place where only criminals and cops are allowed firearms, you would associate them with bad things. I could see that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence because I know that a lot of times when you see a lot of the mass shootings on TV, it...
You think I might be muted again, mean? Hang on.
I think it's crazy that we keep having all these mass shootings over here, and I kind of wish someone would kind of step up and do something, but no one's got the balls to take on the NRA, which oddly enough started as a gun control movement. So yeah, explain that one to me.
Fun fact? You want to know
So,
fun fact?
what do you guys think of the bow? Because I think that's the prow on it. Sorry, I think it's kind of come together quite nicely.
Moment here, sir. Oh yeah, that's looking great. Nice work.
It came out better than I thought.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to remove just
Oh, darn
these bits and then have the skull built into like round here.
Wow. That's it's a little dark there, Yar the Bug. Apparently COVID was the cure for school shootings.
Alright, fixed.
Well, all I'm going to say is natural selection at its finest.
Yeah, sometimes, oh, damn, Ian, is that your dragon cannon?
I put that on like 15, 20 minutes.
Sorry, I was kind of working here on the back of the hull.
Well, me
That
just alerted me to the fact that actually, when I had that hard crash earlier, it means it didn't save the settings for OBS. So, since I got my stream back up, I've actually had my mic.
Damn you, OBS.
No, it was a
Wow.
hard crash, so.
Oh, I think the cooling is.
Yeah,
not
I
on.
could build some
Yep.
pretty good-looking shit.
Oh yeah, thanks for pointing that out, mean. But yeah, I just bolted it on because why the hell? I'm not really intending it to stay there, but.
Do you mind if I nab this this dragon cannon because I think it looks beautiful?
It is.
So if you want to, be aware it does need a rework for the new cram system because it was built quite a while back. But if you want it, go ahead and grab it.
I mean, I think I know what might be a good place for it. If I have the mouth of the skull open enough, you could put it in the skull. It has like a flaming dragon mouth coming out of the
Honestly,
skull's
I
mouth.
was thinking of taking something like that and rig it up to a custom jet engine and kind of use it as a bomber.
That was what it was built for, actually. If I
Oh.
remember.
Great minds.
Yeah, it was meant to be in like an assault craft of some kind, but never went anywhere, like so many of my other builds. Oh yeah, Onyx, did you want those jackhammer turrets I loaded in at the start?
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
I won't say no to more helpful designs because, well, I was taking a break because honestly, I was running out of ideas.
Well, but as I said at the time, it's like it was there freely for anyone who wanted to save it. So.
You know, one thing that never ceases to amaze me that I keep seeing
There you go.
doing this stuff with YouTube and the Discord is how much networking keeps happening. I think it's great.
I'm very quiet again. Oh wait, the filter. Right, hang on. The thing that Raz taught me how to do.
Yeah, something about setting your gain. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, applying a gain filter to it. So I'm doing
Okay.
that now. An extra 10 decibels seems to set it about right. There we go.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, those are like low caliber Gatling railgun turrets that I put together relatively recently.
I
The
don't like
35
how the. Oh.
Yeah.
Carry
You
on.
don't like how what?
I just don't like how, you know, when you're trying to capture a prefab.
Mhm.
I don't like how you can't look around to make sure you've got everything. It's a
Yeah,
bit
I've noticed that too.
fixed.
You can just press mill mouse.
Someone jacking off over there?
And also,
Nah, I'm not.
Jacking off with what? A hammer?
That's coming from
Nah,
Arab.
nah, yeah, no, I'm not working. Sorry about that.
And it's not letting me capture the prefab. That is
Just
lovely.
save the design. You don't need to prefab it.
I can't get out of prefab mode now.
Heather, I will smack you right now.
Just press escape.
I will go over there and make you one of these presidents.
I don't care who the hell you are, that's pretty goddamn funny.
The living sense. Heather, I swear to right, I will commit a hate crime against you.
He does know we're getting this, like, I don't know, on camera.
Yeah, this is on camera at like 3 different.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Thank you to Matt
Heather, this is
for
my brother doesn't love
following.
you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Heather, I'm sorry. Oh dear God. Oh, I just made my coworker cry.
Holy shitballs.
okay, that
I can't
happened.
remember the last time I laughed that hard.
Oh, that was
Oh.
brilliant.
What?
The fuck was that?
Well, Barham's turned off his microphone now. I'm still at a loss as to what exactly happened.
Yeah, same here, but
Right.
damned
Same
if it
here.
wasn't funny.
Yeah.
The drummer.
Most likely.
Right, I'm just going to quickly go for a second, just because my partner needs a favour, so I'll be back in a
No
moment.
problem.
I'll just dismount the dragon cannon.
Yeah, there's no way. It's good to.
When in doubt, add more coolers.
Yes.
Because apparently this thing needs more coolers.
Oh, son of a
There you
bitch.
Okay, how am I supposed to... Okay, maybe if I put it back here. Then do that.
If in doubt, add more depression.
And then that, and then that. Huzzah. And that.
Off,
And
Sophie.
that.
Let's see here.
And bring it down here.
Hmm.
Success. Alright, let's see. How many coolers do these have? 74, 74, 58. $71. Now to add recoil absorbers. Yeah, somebody's actually.
Alright, so I messed up. Mom joke. And I forgot her mother is I feel like a bad guy now.
But it's so much fun being the bad guy.
It's not fun
I bet
being the
it
bad
actually
guy
should be-
when yeah, she tried to hit me in the balls, so yeah.
Someone needs a
She
cup.
missed. She missed. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
a
think I did.
lawyer.
Either or.
No, I think I'm just gonna get a mop suit and then A+ body armor with the cup.
And you just gave me an idea for some decorations, I think.
Yes.
Okay, that's not bad.
What idea was that?
Well, I was thinking. Well, let me just start off with something, and you can tell me after I'm done.
Roxy, you scare me sometimes, you know that?
Why is this not gathering materials? Do I have to do a material gatherer?
I don't ever end. Yes, you do.
What are you saying, Roxy?
Oh, what the hell is the name of this new block? Well, it's not new, it just...
Yeah.
Payload compactor.
No, I just I won't hit. put on this paper.
All
And
right.
I did that.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself. Sorry.
I was thinking we could have like these mimics of the payload compactor shells next to the Bofors guns, make it look like they're just out there on deck to be reloaded or something. Then again, they look like they might be a bit big for that. I don't know.
Where have you tried this?
Towards the sail on the front. I'm thinking if I scale it down a bit, maybe it would look right.
Yeah, if you scaled it down and had a few of them together, then yeah, you need to do the other two axes.
Something like that, I think.
Bit further, I think.
Maybe 25.
Maybe.
Actually, let's try
They'd also have to be
0.3 right
shorter
now.
too.
And yeah, I can shorten them. Let's see here, maybe like 50%?
About right for diameter, yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, that looks fairly
Okay.
close.
And I'll just...
You'll have to go around doing the settings, huh?
Well, that's why we have our good friend copy and paste.
Indeed it is. Means asking, so did you think of adding skull with laser ball turret eyes?
We discussed it, and it probably isn't very practical right now, if I'm being honest.
I don't touch anybody's down there.
Who needs practicality when you just put more lasers?
Is that an eat lead I hear?
No, I think it's still it's still Barra.
Madu says he'll be back later. Take care, man. You're the... Okay. I didn't know my most recent video has 90 views. Okay. Congrats to you on that, Madus.
Doing far better than my videos.
Better than mine, too.
I've
Actually...
I've never had much luck.
All right, Roxy, you want to see the phone? Here, look at it.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything, no. I got my search history on there.
Has that noise been coming from lead this whole time?
That'd be me. That would
No,
be
it's still Barra.
Okay, I thought that was eat lead I was hearing.
I've not seen lead come into here.
Really? Because he kind of... Whoever was talking there kind of sounds like lead.
No, it's been Barra
Okay.
the whole time.
Sorry, man. You sound just like
I didn't get my
eat lead.
accident. Hello, comrade. How are you today? You're good today. Are you my friend?
I think I have successfully created.
I've changed my voice. That makes myself sound better.
I want to do something
really, it sound like
stupid, make
lead.
this a tri-barrel.
Yeah.
Who is that anyway?
Eat lead. He's been a regular at the Discord for a while. You sound just like him, so my mistake.
Ah, yes, I see.
Oh yes, that's a lot of shells.
Do we know
Oh,
where the
God,
center of mass
that's
is in this
firing.
bitch? Oh shit. Looks like it might have shifted a bit.
Well, yeah, but it's roughly underneath the central base structure.
Yeah, we might have to put some
It's
weight in the front to shift
I
it
think-
forward a
I
bit.
think fingernails.
not really,
I
because
think fingernails and fingernails. Are
if it's
the
an
same
airship, we
thing,
want to have pitch stabilization on it
Okay.
anyway. At most, we might just need another custom jet in the front to help lift the weight a bit more evenly, and that's about it.
Oh, Boxy.
Roxy, you drive me insane. You know that.
We don't know what you're talking about, baby.
Alright, just gonna mute that for now. God damn. Anyway, what's everyone working on?
I am doing stupid stuff.
Okay.
I've added
I
ammo
am.
silos and a bit of fuel.
I have made a 24-barreled turret.
Kinky.
I am remaking a turret for the Homestead.
Working on a
Yes, the
battleship.
duck gun.
That long overdue.
It seems like everyone in From the Depths wants to build a BB at some point. Am I wrong?
I think it's one of the staples of the game.
Pretty much.
honestly.
Pretty much. I got several, so I can't complain too much about it, so yeah.
I won, and the triple barrel turrets were a pain in the poo poo.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
A pain in the pooper? Yeah, I could see that.
Yes.
I'm wondering if this build is a bit expensive for Heizemeisters campaign.
Yeah, it's about almost 400k now.
That's
It'll be
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
There's still large sections of it that are hollow.
Yeah, I know.
There's no pitch from roll control. There's no forward propulsion. There's no AI core yet either.
Right, I have returned.
Welcome back. Now get back to work, you
Should I build
slacker.
the skull out of lightweight alloy?
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Okay. Now to make these single barrel 500mm, because what I did earlier was...
Do you think we could probably put like a turret here on the front of the ship?
oh, easily, yeah. Depends what kind of turret you want, though.
I'm not entirely sure, but I thought I'd just pitch it and see what the reaction was. But yeah, I think we probably have room for a pretty good sized turret here. Actually, a very massive turret now that I'm looking at it.
Changed how the jets work.
That's a nice fire rate. I can dig that. Okay, why isn't this loading any shells?
Onyx, I went and added some decking. Hope that isn't going to get in the way of anything you're trying to do.
No, I'm. The skull's basically going to have the back of the cranium on the prow anyway,
Okay.
so I'm just building forwards from here. So.
Oh, I did something bad. Oh,
I
no.
really like how this is
Oh
coming
yeah, I
along.
think it's great.
Oh, well. So much for that idea.
I think I'm going to just do some painting for a little while. I wanted to see how these ribs would look like it being in white.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go. I got stuff to do for
Alright,
the day.
Kaguya, thanks for hanging out, man.
Welcome.
Congratulations, Coca.
Mod Deuce is asking, y'all ever wanted to build the submarine aircraft carrier? Someone's been playing Supreme Commander, I think.
Or someone's been reading about the Japanese hangar
yeah.
ones that back in World War II.
If I remember right, that's one of
Is
the
it the
biggest
I-400
subs that
series?
were ever made. Well, until the Typhoon came along.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yard the Bug says, working on AI to adjust sensor scrams for available power. Yeah? That's important.
I think at some point I am going to try building a I-400 class submarine.
Go for it.
Because a submarine that has a hangar capacity of 3 sounds really nice. I mean, subs are getting introduced in warships, which I'm so happy about.
I hear it's been somewhat controversial, actually.
It has, because people... I mean, I've thoroughly
More of
tested
a
them.
mixed reception.
I think mixed is a bit of an understatement, because I've been in the World of Warships Discord and most people didn't like them. But the sub versus sub combat was very limited, shall we say, but...
Yeah, it seems like it'd be kind of hard to tie in
torpedoes-
submarines to a game that's been pretty much primarily surface craft.
Oh, it's not actually that bad, but the torpedoes seem a bit overpowered. 'cause
Yeah.
if you can get 2 homing tracks on it, they'll home in and they'll ignore all of the anti-torpedo protection, so they'll basically citadel it, and the German ones do almost 13,000 damage, if I can remember correctly. But they only have like a 6.6 kilometer range. The American ones have a 10.2 kilometer range, but they only do like 8,000 damage. So it's been pretty controversial, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think if they do get released, I'm going to become a submarine main. So
basically, that would be like the equivalent of playing the spy in TF2.
yeah, it's basically how, if you remember, if you've been playing it for a long time, it's how the Shimakaze used to be, but with even more stealth, but not as many torpedoes.
Okay.
Doesn't have any guns, so when you surface, you can't shoot down planes or shoot ships with a deck gun.
Despite the fact that U-boats actually had a deck gun.
Yeah, they had like the 20mm Olicon or something like that. Oclaron.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation of that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's an Ehrlichman.
Thank you.
Then the Americans had the 75mm stuck on theirs.
And if anyone got a 40mm Bofors on it, then that would have been pretty interesting.
Didn't a lot of the early American submarines have like a 4-inch gun or something like that? Or am I thinking of something else?
I think the Germans ended up having like a 88 on their as their deck
I don't
gun.
blame them. I mean, it's worked good for everything else.
Worked good for Tiger. Well, for the Tiger tank. Well, it was excellent on the Tiger tank. And then you've got
and just as an anti-air and
Flak 88.
yeah, just as an anti-air gun and as a anti-tank weapon. I mean, it's probably the best dual-purpose weapon of the war, if not the best.
Yeah, it was unrivaled basically. Oh yeah, I found something out earlier that I found quite interesting. So you know Hermann Göring, the Nazi?
Are we talking about the same Hermann Göring that run the Luftwaffe?
Yes.
What about him?
His country, manor, estate, whatever the heck you want to call it, is actually still in Germany, and you can buy it. It's just been vacant for the past 20 years because no one wants to buy it.
I wonder why.
Now,
could be some reason or another.
I mean, my thought is going to be quite controversial, but it's history. So
yeah, we've been kind of struggling
but
with
it's
something
Nazi history.
similar with here in the States as far as history. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but there's been a lot of controversy around certain Civil War icons being, yeah,
having statues.
Yeah, even though Robert E. Lee didn't want any statues of him after the war because he thought it would like royally screw over everyone, and he was right.
They've also been attacking statues of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson because they happen to own slaves. They're in the area where you can legally release any slaves without facing a hefty penalty.
Ain't American history great?
So it's British. I mean, have you heard about, like, we had the Boer War against these people? You know what our old punishment was?
What's that?
We strapped them to a cannon and fired it.
Okay then.
So yeah. Well, we did it mainly to the Indians.
I'm still sure they didn't appreciate that much.
No. I mean, the thing that I'm trying to say is every country's got a bad side of their history.
No, I agree completely. That's kind of been
out.
human history as a whole, where everyone's been kind of a douchebag to someone at one point or another.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, as a band that I listen to has said, time goes on and history repeats. It's probably a famous quote from someone, but I haven't heard it from them, so...
Yeah. We must remember the past, lest we forget to repeat it.
I'm sure someone smart said that, but I can't remember who. Yard the Bug says, as George Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. I guess that's who said it then. Thank you, Yard the Bug.
Yeah.
But everyone thinks history is
I'm just
boring.
glad that
So.
there's been... Well, I took it as a qualification, so...
Yeah, that was my minor in college. I even took a class over Nazi Germany. It's quite interesting.
that's what my qualification was in, the Nazis' rise to power.
Especially from a psychology standpoint, which was my major at the time, just how people could be, for lack of a better term, brainwashed into doing stuff like that. It's insane.
I mean,
yeah.
I also learned how the Nazis came to power, which was quite interesting. It's because at the 1930s, obviously the height of the Great Depression.
Oh yeah, the 1930s was a bitch on everyone.
For lack of a better term, Germany was royally fucked money-wise.
That's pretty accurate to say.
Because they were still paying reparations for, obviously, the First World War.
Until 2012.
Oh, a wild person it is.
But, yeah, if I remember correctly, they were printing 14 trillion marks.
Yeah, the Reichsmark basically became so worthless that a loaf of bread costs a couple of billion. So no one could actually afford bread because it was that expensive.
Yar the Bug says his history teacher made him memorize that. Good man. Ma the Dude says propaganda, that's how. Yeah, I guess I could see that.
Yeah,
the
Nazis...
Propaganda.
The Nazis were also very good at rebuilding the economy and the infrastructure in Germany. So basically, it got unemployment down from on a massive scale. So I will say this: the Nazis did some good things before the Second World War. When the Second World War arrived, it all went tits
down
up.
the drain.
I don't know if. Yeah, I guess I could roll it
Well, sorry, not the Nazis. The people in power. I'm not going to say the Nazis in, straight away. I'm just going to say that Germany was rebuilt from basically a state of no return. I'll say that.
No, that's a fair statement.
Honestly, that's quite a big thing. I mean, I wish people in power would actually help. Obviously me, because right now I'm unemployed, have been for a while, and it is not getting any better. Well, obviously now it's kind of got even worse, but
Yeah, all thanks to a certain disease.
Yeah, I mean the British economy wasn't good to begin with. It's just got worse.
Brexit been part of that, or?
It's had an effect.
Yeah. I mean, England's economy wasn't the best to begin with.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the original reason for the European Union was to compete against America in the economic race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, England's now recently left the EU.
We're trying to, really.
Well, we've actually completely left now.
Not quite. We're still here, but only just.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, as you were saying, Ion, the European Union still wants their money.
Without giving us in the UK the things we're meant to get in return for said money.
Yeah, it sounds like paying taxes here in the state, or in the States.
I sense a dickishness in the force.
As if a million dicks cried out in anger and then were silenced.
Oh yeah, speaking of Germany, I'm actually a black German.
Really?
Not skin color black, area black. Because they have a forest called the Black Forest. That's where my dad's side of the family comes from.
Well, let's be honest here. About everyone in America has a little German in them.
As well as a little bit of French, a little bit of English.
I think. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that because then that'll get streams banned.
Do you think this is enough engines at the back, Dama?
One moment, please. Are you adding? Oh, damn.
Yeah, I've just installed some custom jets into the rear
Okay.
assembly.
I'm not entirely sure how much thrust we're going to need, but it's a good start.
Well, between these guys produce like just over 515,000.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Combined. Well, each engine's worth 103,000, and the vertical. I was comparing the design Heizemeisters used for the vertical lifting thrust while working out what the new custom jet system is, because I haven't really looked so much.
Dama, could you spawn that flying skull?
Absolutely.
Again, so I can use it.
Yeah, they have the same efficiency ratio, roughly. The rear jets are slightly less efficient, but they also pack like more power as well.
And if you want to like steal that skull for anything, feel free to do so.
Yeah, Dama's like me. He's perfectly willing to share his designs around if anyone wants them.
Yeah, I mean,
I figure if people can learn from them, more power to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd put mine on the workshop just so that people can basically make them better, because... Oh, Skull's back in.
Yeah, I was just looking at it, waiting for it to do that.
It was fun trying to figure out how to make that work.
I can imagine.
Can I turn off the engine so I could, well...
Yeah, do whatever you need to with
engines,
it.
But have it... I'm going to wait till it's away from the ship so it doesn't just crash land into it.
Yeah, you could probably just kill the AI to it and it'll be fine.
I've got it, don't worry.
I had a lot of fun building it though.
Select Reign of Terror. Grab it.
That works.
Right. Do the engines have fuel?
You mean on the Jolly
Yes.
Roger? Yes, I installed some extra fuel capacity. It already has some somewhere. Yeah, it has some already integrated in the engine blocks, but that was allowed to deplete.
Alright.
I've installed some bigger tanks. So.
Okay, just this idea I'm wanting to test out, I need just a little bit of engine power for, so yeah, not too big a deal.
Well, everything's currently powered up, so go for it if you want to.
I'm just trying to remember where the
I
hell
can just refresh
stuff
the
is, because everything got moved around in the menus here.
What are you looking for?
There's also a
shields.
search bar.
I'm not seeing shields anywhere. What the shit, people?
One sec, I'm searching it. Shield projector. It's in the countermeasures.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, I like
it used to be under miscellaneous.
Yeah. I couldn't find shields at first either.
They have a close-in weapon system that's prefab that seems pretty interesting. One-axis 3x3 one-axis close-in weapon system turret for shooting down missiles. Needs controlled by... Okay, that's quite cool. Yes.
Menus got moved around. There is a new memory game. Yeah. I agree, normal. Just a whole new type of horseshit to deal with.
Well, at least they added a search function.
Range, it's probably fine. Width.
Oh, I shall be back in a moment.
No worries.
Well, how's the stream going on now?
A while.
Yeah, so we are towards the far end of how long we normally stream.
We'll probably get in there, yeah. Well, let's wait till Onyx gets back, and we'll ask him. Let's see here. I don't need any effect strength. I just need... God, how the hell do I make these white?
What do you want about?
Or could I just leave them black?
Right.
I'm using shields to make sails.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
but I want to make them white, and I don't know how.
Just set all values to high.
Yeah, but then it just
Purple.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just kind of multicolored then. Maybe we could just run with black.
Hang on,
Oh.
wait, what? Let me. There's,
Very light grey.
Oops. Anyway, Onyx, we were talking about probably wrapping up the stream here sometime soon. We got a lot of work done. We could probably continue this maybe next Sunday. What do you think?
Yeah.
You down
Sounds
for
good.
that?
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
great.
Well, let me.
Oh, I forgot mirror mode again.
Just let me know when you guys all get to a good stopping point.
the anguished cry of an FTD builder.
Yes, that is probably the most common mistake in FTD. Is God damn it, I forgot the mirror mode.
Yeah, I mean, if any of you have ever watched my videos, you will know that half the time I forget to use mirror mode and then complain about it.
Everyone's done that, dude. Seriously. Looks like Ein's still working with the colors.
There's nothing we can do. I'm not sure how that other ship did it, but I think shields have been tweaked since then anyway, so...
Could it have been using the new shield generators rather than shield projectors? Oh no, never mind. Ring shields.
Yeah.
No, ring shields are completely different.
Ring shields are...
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to get into it.
Interesting.
Because I'll just get mad.
I don't know how I feel about them.
I think they're flimsy as hell.
I feel like they're worthless. They are all but worthless.
Yeah, they've been trying to push that way too hard, I think, because it's just... No.
For a system that does, like, this side of nothing.
More or less, yeah.
I've made no attempt to hide what I think of them, to be honest.
No, you've been pretty damn mad about that for a while.
Yeah, well, shielding was my primary defensive style.
It was the primary defensive style for a lot of people, if we're being honest here, Ian.
True, but the thing is, what they did really, it locks out certain styles of craft for the most part.
Yeah, because now you got to have like huge amounts of armor.
You need sheer bulk as well to
absorb
a lot of damage. Rather than like a well-built shield and active defense system combined, just can't cut it anymore. Whereas before, you could get away with it if you knew how to work those two systems into a ship design.
I remember when lambs and a shield used to be meta for defending.
Yeah. And now it's Lambs, Shield, and Seawiz. Well, probably not so much a Seawiz nowadays, never mind.
It still works.
But you can come up with some pretty amazing Seawiz, so...
Let's see, detector, intra-vehicle... I guess that just leaves the ECM.
So yeah, after we're done here, I think I'll send a DM to Heizemeisters, let him know that we're probably going to be working on this again next week. I'm sure he'd be okay with it, but...
Well, I've just given the ship a brain, so... Yeah.
If we only had a brain.
Currently I'm in the process of giving it a face
nice.
as well.
So probably coming up onto a probably a good wrap-up then.
Well, I gave it the brain because that way we can actually try and do some testing things, and we can also like try cutting it loose to see how well it flies. Though there is still a severe lack of.
Yarbug says he likes using Seawiz versus large missiles. I could definitely see that, yeah.
Yeah, you want more damage versus the big stuff.
Also, Normal 69 says it wasn't hard to get through lambs and shields. He's right. But I've been screaming that for a while now.
How well built they are.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard. It's just it's less viable than it was. I think is the point of contention.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously, if you can build your weapons good enough, no defense is really going to stop them. Except obviously, these ring shields seem to basically make the blocks worse. So if you put it on heavy armor, it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but those things just seem like they'd be more of a liability than an asset.
They are a liability more than an asset because of the power drain versus the benefit they give you.
What do you guys think of that for a sail?
I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. I mean, the annoying thing is the gaps.
Yeah, but that could be fixed by modifying them a little bit better. But I think it's viable.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it. I doubt it'd be using very much engine power to keep these up anyway. And well, the shield projectors, though, the only problem with them is that they're expensive. I didn't think about that because.
Well, currently it costs 386,000 materials, so it's not actually that expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got one that's pushing over $1 million for materials.
I'm not surprised.
But that's with a lot of missile spam. Small missile spam.
Oh yeah, small missile spam is great.
Okay, I'm gonna unlatch the Jolly Roger for
Okay.
a moment. Let's see what it does. Wait, I need to actually set the AI to do the thing.
And a Jolly Roger.
You are a 6-axis control system. Wait, no, hang on, no, I'll set you to hover mode. Adjustments 50-50. Okay, that should be enough, at least for testing. Doesn't have pitch control, but I have added some basic roll control.
Okay. So possibility that could be tilting forward or backward. Gotcha.
I think someone caps locked it. Yes, yes, it did.
Oh.
Yeah, pitch is definitely an issue. And it took time for the downward jets to spin up.
Okay.
So that is actually going to be a serious issue.
Could we supplement it with Daddy Blades?
The problem is how long it took the jets to spin up.
Normal 69 is suggesting use the hollow projectors for the sail. Yeah, that's something I considered too normal. I just kind of wanted to see what it might look like if we used like shields, so that's the reason why I did that.
This is why I've never tried to build anything using the custom jets. They take time to ramp up to full power.
I did not know this.
While a standard jet... yeah, custom jets, they take a while to spin up.
Well, I guess that would be dependent on the weight of the aircraft too, how long it would take them to spin up.
Well, that's why as soon as I released it, the Jolly Roger just sank straight into the ocean because the jets weren't firing. And then after a couple of catch locks to pull it back out, it suddenly started hovering, but it started to roll over because, you know, it doesn't have enough stabilization on it. But it took that long for the jets to come online.
You know, I was thinking in these midship sections where we probably won't be able to place crams too easily, maybe we could have like some large missiles shoot out of there, but like from like hatch doors.
Possibly.
I'm gonna slap a few on there just to see how it looks. It seems like you got it.
Yeah, I increased the minimum, so it was already trying to spool up the jets while we still had it clamped in.
She's rolling just a little bit, and the pitch seems to be a little off, but she is going airborne.
What role stabilization she's got is firing. It's just she doesn't have enough, and yeah, pitch is completely lost. And we seem to have lost something. Something fell off.
Oh no, that was just me destroying part of my skull.
Fair enough.
The good news is she's airborne. The bad news is she's not very happy about it.
I think she needs some roll control.
Yeah, she does need more roll control. I only installed the basic, like, 6 thrusters underside. We'll get more performance out of them if I install the counter thrusters, so I'll do that. But I don't know if Heizemeisters is going to be happy about having standard jets, but for stabilization, I think we really should have the standard jets.
We can run it by him next time he's on.
Well, if need be, we can uninstall them again.
Yeah, not a big deal.
So,
we'll figure it out, I'm sure.
It's just that the standard jets, they respond like really fast, so they're great for it. Am I using mirror mode? No. See, it's happening to me now.
What's that?
Forgetting to use mirror mode.
Yeah? Alright, so you boys think we're at a decent stopping point?
Yeah.
We've almost got the thing.
Oh, okay. Do you need a few more minutes then?
Hang on. Yeah, that is a lot more stable on the. It can pretty much sort itself out for roll. It's just still.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
Well, son of a pitch.
How much will we need to counteract this? Field testing at its finest. I'm bolting jet engines to the underside of the craft just because reasons. The problem is, of course, the uneven weight distribution as well. So I think we do need an additional jet somewhere else. But oh hey, there it goes.
Just needed some gentle coaxing.
And a lot of brute force. Yeah, it does need an additional vertical.
What kind of speed is this thing getting? 55? That's not bad.
It's currently cruising at 55 at the moment, but it's turning as well.
I think we ran out of gas.
Yeah, that was the fuel running out. That's one issue with the custom. Well, another issue with the custom jets. Fuel is.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah,
if
they
you
do
have
seem a bit power hungry.
I'm kind of curious to see what Heizemeisters plans to do to correct for this.
He's a sharp guy. He'll come up with something, I'm sure.
Yeah, but he wanted custom jets for all of this, so...
He has like a... I think one video that he's released here kind of recently is... he has like the whole ship powered by custom jet engines from what it looked like. I know it's viable because there's a couple of campaign ships that already do that, like the Singularity being one of them, and also the like one of the great towns. I can't remember what the hell it's called though.
Right. Fuel is running at a bit of a rate.
What's that?
Looks like we might need a refinery on the ship.
Well, someone was trying to build a refinery earlier, actually, on the original multiplayer platform, so I think Heizemeisters might be planning to have one.
That might be a good idea, except you want to have this thing hovering just a little bit lower to try to get the most use out of the efficiency.
Which is a very bad idea with custom jets doing the lifting.
Yeah, because they are insanely heavy, the refineries.
No, it's just flat out the ramp up time.
Oh, okay. I get you.
And the fact that the exhausts are around the bottom means that they'll go to the water first and stop working. But yeah, it's yeah. With
I think we're off to a pretty solid start, though.
Yeah, it's going 56 though. This thing's not too bad. Fuel consumption is manageable with the size of fuel tanks I installed, so that's okay as well. Long-term supply might be an issue though.
That's why I asked him if he wanted to.
Long-term supply is going to be expensive.
That's why I asked Heizemeisters if you want to be the one that did the power and propulsion systems, because yeah. But I think we're at a good stopping point then.
Yeah, I think we've got something.
Okay. I'll just drop a
Well, I mean,
save
it
on it.
flies. Yep, I'm gonna save it as well.
But yeah, if you guys want to try doing this next Sunday, I'd be totally down for that. But at the same time, okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
Right.
I guess we're gonna wrap up the stream for now. I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll be doing part 2 next Sunday. Have yourselves a...
I'd like to thank
Yeah, go ahead.
1 or 2 guys that saw my stream. I think I had like 3 people in my stream at one point. Oh, how unpopular I am.
That's right. I had 3 at one point. Most of the time, it's just been 1.
So basically, Dama's blown us both out of the water.
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
How
on
dare you,
Twitch
Dama!
now, so, well, I started stream on Twitch. I mean, I might change it to YouTube, but nah.
Twitch the own. Twitch is a solid place to be streaming if you can build a following. It depends on what you're trying to do there.
Thank you for the follow, lol sniper 8. Right, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next week.
Yep, I'm going to be
Thank you, everyone.
stopping mine too here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. This has been Dama.82 with Onyx Rebellion, Heizemeisters, iMark3, and Matey. Y'all have yourselves a hell of a day, and keep your hammer high. Later.
See you.
Later.
And you want to close out yours too?
I literally.
Oh, my bad.
Wait, are we still live?